Howdy, howdy, folks. I'm Blade.
I'm Jonathan. We're here doing our first episode of Beers and Gears.
Glad to be here.
Yeah,
We'll see how it goes.
Definitely going to be interesting. Not quite sure how it's going to go. We got notes. Follow the notes, freelance, let it ride.
See how it goes.
Jesus.
Good old Dale.
It's sneaking up on us, man. You can't be doing that.
Yes, sir.
We'll sit back and enjoy. We're going to give it a go.
Until next time.
To me, when I'm on that track, there's nothing else that matters. Just going fast and turning laps, just trying to move forward. I could go skydiving or bungee jump, the adrenaline still doesn't compare. Taking that left turn fast as you can, the give and take, the bump, the bang. Trying to be the first to get to that checkered flag. I just wanna race my race. Gotta be fast or you're gonna get your ass. I just wanna race my race. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for your relay. Get ready to rumble. That ball's best strike. You feel the rumble of the crowd as the cars go speeding by. All the dirt in the air, the smell of tires, cars passing back and forth. See the excitement, the pain, the sadness, the joy, the failures and the triumph. Ain't nothing like it in the world. Well, let's walk, race my race. Crack a beer afterwards. I just wanna race my race. Lots of full left turns. Get that flag, stand on that roof. Whoa, I just wanna race my race. I just wanna race. Win or lose, gonna have fun either way. Whoa, I just wanna race my race. I just wanna race a beer afterwards. Whoa, I just wanna race my race. I just wanna race. You gotta be faster, you're the worst. You gotta be faster, you're gonna get past. I just wanna race my race. If you can't be a show, be a show, right?
Action.
All right. Welcome to Wally's Place Performance Beers and Gears.
I'm Blade.
I'm Jonathan. This is
Max.
Max is here too. Yep. We're going to give us a go. It might be a little quiet. We've never done anything like this before.
It's going to be interesting, that's for sure.
We all have social anxiety here, so
to a certain extent.
We don't talk. Put a camera in front of us, probably get pretty quiet, usually.
Yeah.
I've been trying to the last couple of years. I had the YouTube channel up. We're at the racetrack recording. Max has been in a couple videos. Blade's been in the Dome one, when we went to the Dome.
Yeah, I've recorded one or two of your races. So.
Yeah, you recorded one or two. That's another thing. Going forward, Blade's going to try to be at as many races as possible.
And
if he can get it, he's going to record. We're going to have better quality videos so that Amber can do our live streaming. That was the problem. I was editing a Facebook live stream into YouTube, which it doesn't really work. It kind of turns it into
a landscape.
Forces it into portrait.
Yeah, forces it into portrait.
Mess, not landscape.
But so Blade's going to do that. We got a microphone for the camera.
Yep. Just figure it all out.
We're just going to try to figure it out. Luckily, Blade did mess that up. He thought he had it pretty embarrassingly messed up, but no, we got her good.
Yeah, but I figured it out.
So you want to tell them a little bit about yourself? We'll start here.
Well, I don't do too much here and there. If I can't get to Giants races, I'm out working and building stuff. But apart from that, not much.
What do you do for work?
Just construction here and there. Anything from the basement to the roof. I'll get her done.
The basement. The stories we could tell of mining and digging through the hole there. That was a blast.
That was a rough one.
What do you do for your hobbies? Anything that you
Not
want to tell
much.
people?
Not much at all.
Not much
I work
at all.
on electronics mostly, but
Both of these guys can build a gaming computer.
I
They
can
do
try.
that stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know anything about it, so
Just takes patience
yeah, I'm sure I can learn it.
and no static electricity.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
So hopefully you all know me by now. I'm Jonathan. I drive the 55 Ford cylinder, and hopefully, if all goes well, the 55 hobby stock this year.
Yeah, I heard about that engine you got working on yourself.
Yeah, it's getting built. Gotta get some funds put together, get it paid for, obviously.
Yeah.
And we are looking currently for sponsors for both of them. We got a couple sponsors coming back. I'll list them off later, but yeah, we are looking for more sponsorship. We got 2 cars to get stickers on, so there's plenty of room. And we're gonna try to get your dad to come back. He said something about potentially doing it. He said he might throw some money at me so it stays on the hood.
Maybe.
Because that sets the car
Man's
off.
retired. So
We all
Yeah.
agree that sets
Yeah.
the car off.
they've been retired for over a year now.
I mean, we raced half the year without it, and I couldn't stand looking at the car because the giant trash skeleton was not on the hood, and it was weird to look at.
That's
In
right.
Victory Lane, I was looking around at sponsorships, trying to get everybody covered. Looked at the hood, and I'm like, well, I'm gonna throw giant trash out there, but they're not on the car. But you know, so for work, I work at O'Reilly's. That's perfect for getting race parts.
It is. It really is.
Yeah. It's a little bit. It works out.
Auto parts in general, really,
Yeah,
but especially, for race parts.
yeah, it works out. For hobbies, well, you guys basically see all my hobbies. I drive the race car. Every now and then, I got an online racing league that my buddy Noah added me to. That I just started on. Not very good. Just got my first warning the other day.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, not good. I was a little bit.
Check out too many
I
people.
was too aggressive
Wow.
on one race. So the first 2 weeks or first 2 races I was in were just fine. Actually won the UMP race the first night, the modifieds. I finished 5th in the midgets. The wingless sprint cars. I don't drive sprint cars in that game. So the fact that I was even able to hold the line somewhat decently, I'm kind of impressed with it.
Yeah.
And then
the beginning race I did, holy crap, I was
Yeah.
terrible.
As you saw, so you'll see a little bit later here. I'll probably add it in right here.
There you go.
So we are going to be doing a random drink tasting. I'm stealing this from the Copenhagen Bandit. I have stealed it because I want to try it out. So we are going to try every episode to get free drinks that we have not tried before. And we're
Perfect.
going to give it a go. We got some nice little custom glasses here. You can't really see. Once we get a drink in there, you'll probably be able to see the logos a little
Oh, yeah.
better.
I'm sure.
It's just a show logo on there. It's pretty good. I think I had a lot of fun designing it. What else do I do? The online league is Open Trailer Outlaws, which I also drew the logo for.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've done some drawing for. I did a logo for the Copenhagen Bandit. He's currently using that for his schedule list. You see it at the end of his videos or on Facebook. I do a lot of drawings of cars. I've put them on the videos before. We sold a couple. I really wanted to try to get that off the ground, but
Yeah.
it's kind of hit and miss whenever people want to do that stuff.
And is this what you always wanted to be when you're growing up?
I will tell you this right here.
Yeah.
So, when you're a little kid, you get that assignment when you're in like 1st grade, 3rd grade.
Yeah.
They ask you, like the guidance counselor comes in. I don't know what the class was even called anymore, but they have a list of things. And on that thing is, what do you want to be when you grow up? I can say without a doubt, it was always I wanted to drive a race car.
And there you are.
I'm
And
not
you
a
won.
professional
Yeah.
race car driver.
Wow.
We get paid, so technically it's semi-professional.
You're getting there.
Yeah.
And you won.
I am a semi-professional race car driver and an amateur tattoo artist.
Oh, hey, there
That
you
last
go.
part's a lie. I don't
No?
do tattoos.
Not yet.
You could.
I could.
They're easy to do.
I just don't want to dig too
Just-
deep.
Just ask somebody who's been in prison.
Yeah, somebody who's
Even
been in
do
prison.
Yeah, you can't be
Yeah.
worse
Might
than
get
that.
infected.
So, yeah, I've always wanted to be a race car driver, and I'm getting to living my dream.
Hell yeah.
Living my dream so far. I mean, it's not easy, but
Yeah, and I'm sure you got a bunch of stories to share about it too.
Lots of stories.
Oh yeah, and just these couple of years, you finally won a couple too.
The last couple years, my ears kind of opened up.
Yeah.
I started listening to people a lot more and actually understanding what it meant. Because my first 2, maybe 3 years, they've been telling me what to do, and then I was like, okay, I get it, but how do I do that?
Exactly.
I didn't know.
Gotta have wheel time.
Yeah,
That's how you
so-
figure out how to do it.
I think it was my fourth year. I think I started getting a little bit better.
Third year you started on the Neon.
Third-
You had to relearn a
Third
car.
year in the Neon, it was still a little iffy. About halfway through that, Terry Edge came up to me and told me that I need to be a little bit more consistent, and I could run the high side, and it will hold.
Oh, okay.
So I didn't know that. So before my first 2 years in the Cavalier, I didn't know how to drive, for one. That car was probably way faster than
Great
what I did.
handling car though.
Great handling car.
Yeah.
No. So what I would do, and this is not how you drive, by the way, in a race car. I had to figure it out the hard way. So what I would do is just haul the mail in second or third gear all the way down the front stretch, right? And then I'd slam it into second gear and just turn left.
Just
Go-
hold it left.
Just hold it left to go to the bottom.
Hey.
If
Now-
it's going a little too far to the left, then maybe
No. Yeah, I could drive through a slide. That's fine. But the problem is, when you just turn left,
you lose a lot of speed.
you tend to go right. So the way I can explain it to you, Blade, I don't know if you don't, go on a couple guys. Kyle Hoffman told me this one. It's stuck. This is one of the things that's stuck. Go out on an icy road,
Oh yeah, I know.
full speed, and just turn left.
Yep.
And tell me what's going to happen.
Well,
You're not going to go left.
mostly you don't.
No,
No.
you're probably going straight.
Yep. Momentum's gonna carry you straight into the
So
The vehicle's gonna turn left.
ditch.
so what was it?
But it won't be moving
Yeah,
left.
yeah.
So it was what, my 5th year or 4th year? Was it the 4th year that I got my first heat race win?
I think it was fourth. Yeah.
4th year?
Shoot, I
Pretty
can't
sure it was
remember.
fourth.
Yeah, 2nd year in the
Second year in the
Neon.
Neon, because
Oh, that's
first
where we
year
put
in
the
the Neon,
Camaros
you
on it?
learn a new car. Second year, we kind of figured out the suspension.
Yeah.
It's good enough. at
Oh,
least.
we'll get to that in a second. So that 4th year, I started listening to not only Terry Edge. Terry Edge got me getting more consistent running middle to high and showed me where the car was actually going to grab. Because before, like I said, I was just driving to the bottom and I'd
Yeah.
push. Now I could kind of hold the line. Some might say not very well, because sometimes I'm not the greatest at it, but fast enough anyway.
There you go.
And then I started. Eric Bowe helped me out with this Neon. He got me going and taught me just about anything I knew about that. And
You got a lot of experience.
he's got a lot of experience. I mean, what is it? Six-time Lafayette County Speedway 4-cylinder champion.
Consecutive, right?
Do it.
I think there was a bridge year in between. There might have been. Charlie Spry could probably tell you. He's really good at that. He's got all the records for years and years. And that's one thing I want to do. I want to get Eric on here.
Oh yeah.
I want to try to pressure him into making a comeback.
I'm sure you will.
Either a retirement tour or a comeback tour. What do you think is more likely? I think Eric's got plenty of speed. I think he's got it. He can probably outdrive about half of us. Or more than half of us.
You can probably swap an engine faster than anyone else.
Oh, yeah.
That is for
You know,
sure.
please.
Hey, we're getting pretty good at it. That's not something to brag about, but
Yeah,
we're getting.
good at taking engines out and putting them back in.
Well, we started with it took us about 4 hours to do an oil change or motor change.
Yeah, 4 or 5.
Now we could probably get it done in about an hour, 45 minutes, something like that.
Oh yeah. The amount of parts you stripped off that car, let alone on the track.
So, yeah, and then we jump into it took me 6 years to win a race.
Yeah.
Oh
A feature race.
Yeah.
6 years to win a feature race. We finally did it down at Dubuque, and I thought I was going to get fast. I finally got to the lead. 4 laps to go. Caution comes out.
Oh,
Like, well, I gave it the old college try. Be like 4th probably, but I figured I was going to finish. And the whole time I thought Josh Chambers was beating my bumper off. I thought everybody's right there. And I still didn't have the calm that year. The calm
yeah, I hear you.
the whole time I'm front of, oh, they're coming. They're going around me here soon. I know it.
Yep.
And something, I don't know what it was making me think there was a white car pulling to my inside. That's what made me think they're coming.
Yeah.
They're right there.
So you saw something.
There was never a car there.
Yeah.
I don't know if anybody out there has ever had
You
that.
just kept pushing yourself forward. That's all it was.
Yeah, we get out of the car. I think I remembered one sponsor, and that's because Chuck was in the background and he Spooky Pinball. He yelled Spooky Pinball, and I was like, oh yeah, it's Spooky
You
Pinball.
didn't even mention the guys on the hood.
Didn't even mention the guys on the hood, but I did in the 7th year, which was last year. We've been around for 7 years, going on 8,
Crazy.
And I just realized something.
What's that?
I'm the last one, I'm pretty sure, of the generational drivers, the group of guys that was there when I came in. I think I'm the last one left.
I can see it.
I've been through like 3 groups of drivers. But we're kind of thinning out.
Yeah.
You haven't found anything better to do.
Oh no, I love it. So I always say,
Those other guys did.
I always say, if it's still fun, keep going.
Exactly.
The day that it stops being fun is when it's time to give up.
Yep, and you got another big car heading your way, so it's going to get even better.
I tell everybody, you don't got to worry about me putting a single scratch on your car. I'm going to be at least a football length behind you.
I hear you. So I get used to
A
that
football
sucker.
field length, sorry.
Yeah, football field.
Football, like, that's not that far. I ain't going to be able to keep up. I'm probably going to be looping that thing left and right.
Well, if you're far enough behind them, you're actually right in front of them.
That's true.
Yeah, kind of
So it
like
might be dangerous.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
Well, I'll just pull the infield, let them go by. I'll wave them by.
Yeah. Before the lead decides to just shove you into the infield.
Yeah.
Yep.
Just block the leaders, just serpentine. No.
It's gonna be a good season next year.
And then
Get that car setting up.
this year, I think we had a pretty good season.
Oh yeah.
What was it? I want to say almost all the races were top 5 finishes.
Some, I think.
A few top 3s. We led the points for a long time.
There was that one race I missed where you did really good. I can't remember if you won the heat or.
There's one thing. This year, we won every single heat
That's what it was.
except 3. The entire
It's not
season.
every single.
All but 3 the entire season. We won at Dubuque by 0.008 seconds over Josh Chambers. None of us knew who won until we got to corner 4. They were still figuring it out.
That's good.
So they didn't. Even the officials didn't know, and they've got a computer telling them who finished.
Yeah.
So that was pretty cool.
That's how you know you did.
We had a lot of good battles. We had good battles with Dobbs. Dobbs is always pretty quick.
Yeah.
Good battles with Chambers when he was still in the car. Cranbill, I loved the feature win was probably the race of the year, even not necessarily for how close it was, but it came down to the last corner.
Yeah.
I barely got by him because it was really fast off the start. But if you watch my feature win video, you saw it. It was bad.
Yeah.
We thought we had a ball joint going out.
Ooh.
So because that wheel had a little bit of wobble.
Oh yeah.
You could grab it and just. I looked at Eric and I said, "So, am I gonna make it through the night? Should I race on it?" He's like, He's like, sure, it'll last. I'd race it. That's all I needed to hear.
Let it ride.
That's all I needed to hear was he'd race it.
Yep.
So we went out.
He's raced a few questionable things
We-
before, but
Oh, he had a wheel bearing that was way worse than I ever had, and he won. His wheel was going like probably 8 degrees of camber either way.
You gotta love
It
it.
drug on the shock and everything.
Yeah.
He showed me the video, and this is before we started hanging out, I'm pretty sure, or right when we started anyway. He showed me the video, and he's like, just some added camber.
Yeah. Gonna help you when
dynamic
you need to.
camber adjustment.
Yeah,
there you go.
On the go camber. So, yeah, we got that feature win, and I thought the race was over, right? And it was. And then I got a shot from the back because I had crowded Noah a little bit. Didn't do it intentionally. The car was not turning left at all.
Yeah.
So back to that. I started 8th, which was second to last. In the first lap, I was in 3rd.
Huh.
And we worked our way to second. We were reeling in Noah, and then the car wasn't turning. It was just, it wouldn't come off the top, and you could see it. 3rd place at that point was Dobbs, and he was running me down quick.
Oh yeah.
And I had no chance to win, and the caution came out and saved my life.
Oh.
Caution comes out, and we get to go again. And I come around the high side, I get to the lead, my freaking exhaust pipe falls off.
That's right.
the, the whole chunk. And when you hear the announcer say a big chunk of something coming off, came off a car, it was about half my exhaust system fell off. Now I still had a chunk, and it was to about my feet, maybe a little bit closer, or somewhere
Just
there.
enough to keep.
It was long enough to be considered an exhaust system.
Yeah.
So then,
It wasn't dumping straight off. the
no.
manifold.
So that came with I think we were coming to the white flag, but I hadn't got there yet, so I hadn't been scored the leader. So I go back to second place.
Of course.
Now I was digging on the inside, but I didn't know, so I went back to the top. I said, you know what, I'm going to restart on the top. Now I don't know what's going on. I didn't know if Noah might have some fans that were on the backstretch or something. But he starts waving, going down the backstretch. To me, I'm like, oh, he's broke.
Yeah.
So he's just letting me know, so when we go, I don't run him over. So I start going a little bit wider, and I get to his rear bumper, and I'm starting to get to about his tire, and we're pretty close to being to the line. Now, Dobbs had gotten to his door
Oh.
and then backed off. He backed off before we went green, but everybody behind us saw me get up to about his tire on the outside, which probably looked like I was a lot farther ahead. But anyway, we're running door to door, almost door to door. I didn't get quite to his window, so Noah doesn't see me. He about fences me, so I back off. And Dobbs is on the inside, and I snuck it down in between them both, thinking probably not the smartest idea, because the outside guy's going to get it worse, but the inside guy's just,
Oh yeah.
he's the sandwich, he's the meat in the sandwich, But we ended up pulling ahead and surviving, or running door to door with Noah for what was it, 2 laps, because green, white, checkered. So the entire time, actually at one point, I drove in too deep, and Noah passes me, and I got it back at him in the next corner, and we ran door to door for the rest of the race, and I threw it down in the bottom in the last corner, and I think I beat him by a car length, maybe.
Nice.
There was no gap between us. He was on my bumper.
Yeah.
So he was a little upset with me because I squeezed him a little bit, because the car wasn't turning. It was sliding up into him,
Yeah.
I didn't hit him,
Well,
but it was probably enough. You could probably get about a phone book in between us.
Oh, I'm sure.
So he wasn't happy with me, which rightfully, I squeezed him a little bit. And inside the car, it always looks worse.
Oh, it
Always
really
looks
does.
worse.
Yeah.
So I see that I get across the checkered flag. The lights are still green because the rest of the field has not finished yet.
Yeah.
So I get through 1 and 2, and I'm hooting and hollering. I can vividly remember I'm hooting and hollering, and all of a sudden I get a shot to the rear bumper.
Oh.
Well, Noah gave me a shot and let me know, hey, I'm not too happy with you right now.
Yeah.
So then I'm like, oh, the race isn't over, and I floored it all the way down the backstretch. By the time I got to the track exit, about that time the yellow light comes on. I'm like, oh, the race was over. Never mind, guys. and I'm shaking, getting to the victory lane, because that was our, like I said, our Daytona 500 in my opinion. That's the one you want, your hometown. I never thought I'd get there. It took us 7 years to get there.
Oh yeah.
So I get out of the car, and all I could do is just compliment Noah on the race of the year that we had. I think that's race of the year in my opinion. It was
a good one. From
the
what I've
best,
seen,
the best 4-cylinder race, I think.
It was a good fight for you.
Yeah, for sure. And it's not some. How many races do you see where the guy wins by a mile? I mean,
You see him pretty
that's
often.
no fun,
You
right?
see at least 2 or 3 car lengths.
Yeah, that's no fun. Now that was fun.
Yeah, neck and neck.
I get shivers still watching it and hearing Eric, the announcer, just getting that excited about it. I could feel shivers every time I'm thinking about it.
Oh yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it was a good one.
That was pretty good. I'm really excited for this year, though. That year, after that, we did have 2 DNFs that screwed us. We were about probably 1 race out of the championship, I think. It was probably separated by a handful of points.
Yeah.
Finished 3rd in points. Not terrible.
Not bad at all.
So that marks, let's see, my whole career I've been on a top 5 one time. We finished 10th that year that we took a vacation, and we didn't make all the races, and we got disqualified that year.
Oh, did you?
So that was my fault too. I read the rule book wrong.
Oh.
So the exhaust rule says factory exhaust.
Factory exhaust.
Factory
No larger
No larger than 2 inches. Now, I read, this is all my fault. I take the heat 100%.
Factory exhaust.
I read factory exhaust. Factory exhaust on a Dodge Neon is 2 inches and a quarter.
Ah,
So 2 1/4 inch exhaust. It's just a tad bigger than 2 inch.
just a little bit.
Just enough to get disqualified.
just half an inch.
But the worst part is we pull into tech because I was start running up front, had to go to the back, and made it back to 5th. Barely made tech.
Yeah.
And then Eric finished 4th or 3rd. He was in right in front of me. And Joe, the tech man, gets out underneath from his car and says, "I'm sorry, man, you're disqualified. You got too big of exhaust." And then Eric's all mad. He's trying to plead his case, trying to get out of disqualification. He looks at me and says, "Don't even look at that car. We already know that's illegal because he put the exhaust on the car."
Oh,
I'm like, "Eric, no." So
of course.
that happened.
Well,
That kind of sucked, but oh well.
just a little bit.
You learn to read the rules a little closer now.
Yeah, just to, and you know what? A lot of people are like, "Oh, why don't you put nitrous in that thing?" I'm like, "Yeah, they're cool, but is a win really a win if you cheat that
Not
bad?"
even a little
Did you
bit.
get banned from the track for that?
You could get suspended for sure. Probably depends. It's really up to the track at that point. You take your points away.
I mean,
I don't want to be that guy.
if
I
you
would.
don't just get immediately banned, then I mean, I'd say try nitrous.
No,
once.
no.
Just to
You know how
fucking-
bad? This is the type of person I am. The smallest things
Oh,
eat at me. There's stuff from 10 years ago that I feel bad about that doesn't even matter. Like, just getting disqualified for that exhaust, I hated it.
oh.
And a few people started calling me a cheater and all that stuff. And I think they started calling it because they could tell I felt horrible. So they're like,
Yeah.
he's a cheater.
They'll get you.
They were
for
doing
it.
that because they knew it messed with you.
Oh, it
It
definitely
bothered
does.
you
yeah.
to get called a
I mean,
cheater for it.
just the other day, when I was racing with Noah and them, when he gave me my warning, I am still upset with myself about that. I don't want them coming away with a bad opinion of me just because.
Yeah, and that wasn't even your
And-
fault. That was your car.
No, it was my fault.
Wow.
In the game, I was running too aggressive. I had a lot on my mind that night. And the one bad one, I did drive underneath of him. I was holding my line, and Bristol kicked the controller because she was sleeping in bed with us that night.
Gotcha.
She kicked the controller, which made me turn hard right into the guy.
Blame the kid.
No, this is
Yeah.
exactly what happened. And Amber's over there going, "Bristol, quit doing that!" And all yelling at Bristol for it. And then Noah right away, like, that's not happening. You will be starting at the rear. And I let off the gas right away because I felt bad. I fell to the rear. He's like, "You're starting in the rear." Like, hey, I don't blame you. I doored the crap out of that guy, and I was way aggressive the whole race.
Oh yeah.
So we started in the rear. We finished second. Still finished second. So I think I'm leading the points right now in the big block modifieds. So on the open trailer outlaws, which is that online race.
I was gonna say,
League.
is that one of your favorite games there?
The World of Outlaws is what it is.
World
the
of
game.
Outlaws.
But that's Noah's league that I'm happy enough to be a part of. I drew the logo for. I was telling
Was
you.
that the one we were playing on the start of all this?
The World of Outlaws, yes, that's
Okay.
what we did for the lap times to pick who gets to pick the first drink.
That was what I was wondering.
So yeah, that's what was going on. I'm leading the points in the big block modifieds. I'm second in I think I'm actually second in the UMP modifieds because Noah came and put a whooping on me,
Yeah.
and at the second track, I've only raced probably 5 different tracks because I find the ones I like and I just stay there. And now I'm a part of this league. We're racing 7 different tracks and 4 different classes. 2 of the classes I've never raced before.
I'll do it.
So we got street stocks, UMP modifieds, we've got big block modifieds, and we got the wingless sprint cars. So, and I think I'm third in the wingless sprints. I'm second in the UMP modifieds, second in the street stocks, and first in the big blocks. Big blocks, I'm only first in that, I believe, solely because Noah didn't show up one night.
Yeah.
Because so far he's been way faster than everybody, and really it's just about getting consistent, finding a good line and staying there.
Pretty much how it is.
I mean, that's real racing right there.
Yeah. I mean, just shoot in the game itself. Oh, I was terrible. I hit everything.
Those tires, huh?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
They sent me head over heels.
I told him, hey, those tires will put your car up in the air. He goes, I got to test that. The
No.
car just tumbled.
Of course. You gotta.
So, yeah, that's always fun.
Oh yeah.
We got to try those more because it's coming out for PC soon.
Yeah.
In February. So we got to get you to buy it. so that we can play online together.
Yeah, I'll throw up my
Give it a
wheel
go.
and see if
He's
that
got a
makes
really
it
good
better.
wheel. My wheel, I don't have the connector to it.
Aside from the force feedback.
Yeah, which it might
That
work
was
with
just
game.
for Wreckfest, I think. Wreckfest was not a blast.
Yeah.
Not a blast at all.
Yeah.
It was like you were driving around in first
The
gear.
force
Yeah.
feedback properly.
Honestly,
No,
it was like driving in a low gear because it's just knocking the tires off. There was no traction
Oh.
whatsoever. And it might have been because I don't play with the wheel a whole lot.
Well, and how it was set up is it centered itself.
Yeah.
It didn't follow the wheels in game. It just every time you went right, it sent it to center.
Right. So if I'm correcting right or
Yeah.
left, like a real race car or a real car,
It's gonna fight you the whole
It's-
way.
it wants to go, you turn left, now we're back in the middle. Not in between, not to the right. It's right in the middle.
The only thing it's good for is letting go, and then it goes right back to center, and then you just slam it the other way.
Like you watch those YouTube videos of people that are drifting around and they
Yep.
just throw the wheel and let it go. Zoom, zoom, zoom.
Honestly, I swear it's
Grab it.
broken. But I don't know. I have to tinker with it more.
It has to have a hard stop. It should be able
Right.
to, like
Yeah.
3.5 rotations one way or another.
And that's what mine is.
Whatever.
That's what mine is. That Ferrari wheel I
Yeah,
have.
mine's got that as
Which I
well.
don't have the USB plug-in for mine now.
Oh?
It disappeared somewhere. I don't want to have to buy a new wheel just to try that out.
Yeah, no, send me a picture of it. I'll,
Yeah. It's
Here
just
we
like the wired controllers, you know, that little adapter plugs in the end of them that has a USB plug-in.
Oh,
That's what I need.
yeah. Gotcha.
So, speaking of video games,
Mm.
you got a favorite racing game or driving game?
So far, I'm 50-50 on Wreckfest and BeamNG.
BMG?
BeamNG I like
BeamNG.
right now because they just came out with a multiplayer mod.
Hey, we played, what was it, 2 weeks ago when I was at your house?
Yeah, about so.
And that was fun. We were testing out different tracks, different. We're jumping
I
cars.
adjusted the soft body to be a little less soft.
Oh yeah, it doesn't look like
It doesn't just
it doesn't look
25
like
mile an hour collision.
destroyed the
Just
car.
flattens
Yeah,
it
no.
on
Yeah,
the
What,
wall.
what about you? You got a driving game that you like?
No,
No?
the closest thing for me is GTA 5.
GTA 5.
Which
Are you
pretty
like
much-
me in GTA and get in the car and just drive?
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
do.
I don't even shoot hookers anymore.
So-
honestly.
So my friends didn't like me
Well,
playing GTA because I would get in the car and like, all right, you die once, it's my turn.
Yep,
Well, I just get in the car and drive.
exactly.
All I like doing is
just drive along the coast.
yeah,
Drive along
or
the coast in my
you know,
1970 Challenger.
jump in the
Because I'll
car.
never have one in real life.
Yeah.
San Andreas, you got me every time with that. It's like, just die.
Just die already.
Yep.
Anyway,
Only with multiplayer, you could have shot him.
so
Yeah,
clearly,
exactly.
what do you guys think my favorite racing game is or
Honestly,
driving game?
I couldn't really tell because we play a lot, but the Outlaws currently is what we played most.
So currently, right now, I don't know whether it's my favorite or I just play it a lot more. It's the World of Outlaws game.
Okay.
I also play NASCAR Ignition, which is not a great game to play online. It kind of crashed that. It killed the whole company.
Oh, did it?
Yeah, so they had to buy it out, and then that company almost tanked.
Huh.
That happens with game devs.
Which is why iRacing now has a NASCAR license for the new game.
Ah,
But then I played the older NASCAR games that we used to play.
yeah.
NASCAR Heat
I've got
games.
NASCAR 2000 for the PC.
Yeah, I play that too.
That's a good one.
And obviously I played
on my
Wreckfest.
old
I like
IBM ThinkPad.
I like
2001.
Wreckfest here and there. Really, there's just those ones.
Yeah, the only reason I like Wreckfest is because we can play console split. So,
Yeah.
and with
Oh,
my
yeah,
new
cross,
computer,
right.
yeah. So,
So where are you from, and did you grow up there?
well,
That's
originally,
kind of cheating because we basically all have the same answer on that
well,
one.
mine, I live in the suburbs of New Diggins.
Yeah,
The
Lou-
suburbs of New Diggins.
Hey,
Yeah.
An
New Diggins.
unincorporated village.
Where is that?
Exactly.
Honestly,
Basically, a
it's
suburb of Benton.
honestly
Yep.
it's the same thing as asking us where you guys live.
It's still a Benton zip, technically.
If
Yeah,
I
it's
say
still 5-3
Benton,
and
Wisconsin, I bet there's about anybody out there is gonna be like, where? And I always have to go.
Benton? Like in Maine or Arkansas?
Yep, yep.
I always
Every state, basically?
I always have to go. Hey, you know where Platteville, Wisconsin is? Yeah, about 20 minutes of it from there.
Yep.
Oh, okay, yeah, I gotcha.
I've gotten them on Shullsburg before.
Like Shullsburg,
I've had some people
Cuba
know where
City.
that
I
is.
get a lot of
Or I say
Cuba City.
Galena. Yeah, it's across the border, like 15 minutes north.
across the border.
Yep. 2 bars
good
and a
state.
church. You can't get rid of New Diggins.
What was your favorite memory growing up? How about we expand that to like 2 or 3 if you got them?
They don't have much, honestly. It's all been just straight cut and narrow.
Straight cut and narrow.
Couldn't really tell.
I liked when I go to your place and we'd go 4-wheel riding,
Those were good.
especially when this might be embarrassing to you,
Oh God.
when
Oh,
you
the dirt
decided to
bike.
go on the dirt bike, and
Yeah.
I was on the 4-wheeler, and he said, "Don't go down to third gear."
Well, I just didn't want you. To
He didn't want me to go.
flying.
He didn't want me to go flying because he thought I'd probably wreck because I don't drive 4-wheelers. a
Well,
whole lot.
no, not only that, you didn't know the trails as well.
Oh,
So
I knew I'm just fine.
We were young back
So
then.
anyway-
We knew the trail.
So anyway-
was just fine too.
so anyway-
we still hit each other.
Yeah, that's because we went opposite directions.
Yep.
That's a 4-wheeler dirt bike
that's
story
because you
too.
took a left
Oh,
and
yeah.
I took a right.
So
Neither
anyway,
of us knew that.
so anyway, Blade, his grandparent or his grandpa has this property where he's had a dozer out there,
Oh yeah.
and he's got like these gravel hills, and
just scooping up big.
Blade
mountains.
decides that this flat wall,
It was slightly curved.
maybe slightly curved, but
Yeah.
it's not enough to climb at all. Blade goes, "I'm gonna jump it,"
Well, yes, sir.
and I said, "Blade, that's not gonna work." He goes,
I jumped
He's like,
it.
"You
Yeah.
listen here, I'm gonna jump it."
I
so-
jumped it without the bike.
He hit it, and the front tire didn't even come up. The front tire hit, and it hit the motor,
Yep.
and then he went flying about 3-4 feet in the
I
air.
Supermaned off that. The bike stopped. I kept going.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Just as expected, I'm sure.
But we'll have to get the go-kart out that
Oh,
we
yeah.
rescued.
Yeah.
And I cut up and rebuilt because it was all somebody stole it and
You know, it was already butchered anyway.
it was butchered bad. I fixed it.
No, it was basically a family heirloom. But
Can you put the body back on it still?
I gotta do some slight fitment issues.
Engine's a little too big.
No, it's just that the stuff that I
It's got a
fixed.
5-horse on it, right?
No, it's got a Predator on it.
Oh, you
Ooh.
212?
Yes,
Nice.
that
Predator.
thing's gonna rip.
It's gonna fly. So
I
I
didn't know you put a 212
I convinced Blade to let
old rigs.
me hang on to it here
Yep.
because we put
doesn't have
some.
nowhere to drive it in.
Well, that we put
I
so
don't
much
have anywhere
effort
to
into
store
it. We put so much effort into it. It was a lot of work.
You got a lot of storage in your
I-
trailer.
I'd never cut a
Kinda.
cart. I've never cut a go-kart apart and just
Yeah.
finagle it. I had tape measure. Remember I fixed it, some of it with my roll cage that broke that year?
Yeah.
I fixed it with some of the bars from that.
That's right. Yeah, it's just
Okay,
hollow
bars.
tube and bars. So
What you got, Max? What's one of your favorite memories?
Huh?
Which one of your favorite memories?
Well, you reminded me the time we ran into each other driving in the trails.
yeah.
I was on the quad.
I was on my little
I
50cc
took a
Yamaha.
right, you took a left. Both of us at the same time when we turned thought, yeah, he's right behind me. So we came right around a corner and slammed into each other.
What about, remember when we found that 1960 Impala, the Bel Air?
Yeah, 60 Impala. Well, it might have been a Bel Air. I
It
don't
was
know.
a Bel Air because it had the chrome on it.
Well, they use that chrome on other things too.
Well, it was that.
Just
There was a
Bel Air. They put it
specific.
on Biscaynes
This
and
was a
stuff, too, well.
specific chrome piece that my grandpa helped me track down on it because there was a serial,
I just know it was a 60 Impala.
and I still have it somewhere.
It's still up there in the woods.
Yeah, we tried to dig it out.
That
Remember?
little bit of quarter panel that's left.
Remember we tried to dig it out? We're like, oh, this is definitely not a whole car. We're going to take this car door because it looked like a car door.
There's half a frame in a transmission tunnel from like a 30s. I think it's an old Model A.
You remember
I'm pretty sure,
that
early
Ford
30s.
truck? The Ford, there was a Ford dump truck or tow truck up there at one point.
It was, I think it was like an F5 or F6.
That
Yeah.
remember that
You know,
orange
50s one.
old like
The old orange hood.
like 50s? You said right?
I think it was about like a 53,
53?
55-ish.
Do you remember that orange hood we had back here?
Early
Oh, yeah.
mid-50s.
We robbed that up from the woods. We actually used it for a fort at one point. Remember? It wasn't really much of a fort. We leaned it up against a tree,
It was a lean-to.
and we were hiding underneath
It was
it.
a lean-to, and,
Not-
we put some boughs around it and such to give it some more material.
Not as
Yeah.
cool as our army hut. Remember, we down in the sinkhole, and we put that platform above us, and the sandbags that were really Walmart bags with dirt in them.
Dirt bags. Like
Dirt bags.
They ain't sand, but they're dirt. Technically,
It
they're
worked.
all sandbags, whether or not they're filled with sand.
So my favorite of all, and this will tie in some things. So everything I have race car wise says "Little Dirt Won't Hurt."
Yeah.
So my fiance Amber, her uncle lived down there, and his stepkids were my best friends for a while. You know, we hung out all the time. They're a block away, just run
Yeah.
down there, and we had this kick. It was like a 5-second rule, you know. And we were at a fire down there, and there were ketchup chips. I remember ketchup chips when they first started coming out.
Ketchup chips. Huh?
Yeah, and they said, "Hey guys, watch this." And threw it on the ground. I said, "Well, Little Dirt Won't Hurt," and
Ah,
I ate it. So that's where Little Dirt Won't Hurt came from. But Joe started calling me Little Dirt,
ah,
and I hated it.
yeah.
And his buddy started calling me Dirt, or Lil Dirt. And they just kept driving downtown and kept calling. I'm like, that's not my name. And eventually I'm like, you know what? Whatever. I'll take it. Take it for what it is. So then that's stuck. Her uncle still calls me Dirt.
There you
And
go.
the car says Lil Dirt won't hurt. That's why it says in memory of Joe Brown underneath of it. So
Gotcha.
that's
I
what
always
that is.
wondered. Never asked.
he was like an uncle to me, in my opinion. I was down there a lot, wasn't I?
Yeah.
About almost as much as I was at your place.
Yeah.
If I wasn't at your place, I was down there. If I wasn't down there, I was at Wade's.
And if you were grounded, you were at my place.
And if I was grounded, I'd still sneak out.
Yeah.
And we
So-
just hang out in the
So
place.
I'm one of those kids who thought I was abused as a child for a while. Turns out I thought back at it like I deserved every little bit of what I got.
It's usually how it goes.
I should have got my ass beat more than that. That's
So
what I think. Like,
Yeah.
Dad really didn't hit me that many times. I mean, he really did.
I forgot to ask you. You asked me, and I went on like a freaking 20-minute tangent.
That's how it goes.
What did you want to be when you were a kid?
Oh God, so much. The only thing I ever wanted to do was fly.
Yeah, pilot. You want to be a pilot.
That was my only dream.
And then,
Turns out the only time you flew is when you
When I hit that berm,
hit the bird with the motorcycle.
maybe that's where my
when you
inspiration
flew
came from.
into someone's someone's
Oh,
house.
that's
Yeah.
right. My motorcycle. That's right. When I
Yeah.
went down Main Street when my throttle stopped.
So here's the best part about that story. I don't mean to cut you off, but I was in the shower
Yep.
and I heard, and immediately I hopped out of the shower, text you, and I'm like, "Are you okay?"
My phone was gone.
Obviously, the phone's gone.
Yeah.
But
Someone
anyway,
was on the other side of the house.
it ended up being you. Didn't you say like the throttle hung up on you? And everybody started like talking crap on Facebook.
Oh yeah.
They're like, "Oh, some kid was just trying to be cool or whatever," and you
Yep.
literally just barely touched the throttle, and she hung open.
No,
on
so
you.
what happened is I was down on Main Street right by the gas station, and I noticed there was slack in the line.
Yeah.
It wasn't working. It's
Red
red
flag.
I was like, I hit the clutch and I was like,
The
I
dead
was,
zone.
I was revving it
What the hell?
and I let it go, and all of a sudden I'm wheeling. I hit the clutch, slam my helmet on the tank, let go of the clutch, pop a wheelie, slam her back down. Cop said I was doing about 100 miles an hour. I hit the two curbs right on the corner, right across the entire house. Broke 3 windows, an AC, and a porch.
And the guy didn't even get mad at you.
Landed
Yeah.
in the bushes.
And
he
I
said
landed
the
in the
insurance
bushes.
covered it and called it good.
Yep.
I remember everybody was like, "Well, why wouldn't you just reach up and shut it off?" Well,
Yeah.
you can't really do that
The
because
engines have a lock on. Or
you could kill
No,
switch.
you can kill it.
You
The
can-
issue
kill it.
was is I was barely holding
Well,
on. My face.
the
hit
real
tank.
issue is until you're in that situation,
Yeah.
you don't know what you're gonna do.
Well,
And you're going 100 miles an hour.
100
pretty
miles an
quickly,
hour.
So.
yeah.
You gotta think like faster than I can
And
snap.
Main Street's only like half a mile long.
Yeah.
And not only that, I was stupid and I was trying to save the bike.
At least it wasn't in Potosi though.
Oh yeah.
Potosi, you'd be ripping down the longest main street in the world. I
Yep.
believe is what they call it.
But
And know what the problem is?
what's that?
There's a river at the end of it.
Well, hey, good landing.
You go to turn and you'd be like,
Soft
hey,
landing.
Yeah.
remember what we talked about? When you go full speed, just turn, what happens?
Momentum.
Well, the bike would probably
No,
turn.
it's different on a bike.
Yeah.
The
You
bike
know,
was-
it's different, way different on a bike.
the bike turns.
that thing
I
just
don't.
fucking-
Yeah.
That thing just
At that
disintegrates you
point,
do
at that point, you probably turn and your body would go straight. The bike would
However,
probably go that
With that long stretch of land,
The
I
bike
could
would
have
go
just
that
shut
way
her
probably
down.
with parts of you still
way. Yeah.
It
Yep.
happened so fast and violently.
Right, that's our first segment. We
Yeah.
got a lot more coming up. Probably, we talked way more than I thought we were going to
A
do
lot
here.
more. But hey,
We're going to take this moment to
Talk about our sponsors.
word from our sponsors.
till then.
Well, come on down to Rich's Bakery down at 16th and 27th Avenue. We've got baked goods as far as the eye can see. We've got banana breads and muffins and cakes and cupcakes as much as you'd want. Please come. Rich's wife won't let me back in if I don't make a sale.
Reggie's Bakery, open every 8 days a week at 6 a.m. until 6 p.m., 13 months out of the year. This commercial is for the Beers and Gears podcast only. I'm Reggie, we'll bake for you.
And
We're
go! All right.
Got ourselves here a good old bourbon old fashioned.
So I won the right to choose first, right? All right, Blade's about to go qualifying.
Yeah, it was a bit rough in the beginning, but
He caught up.
it was a bit rough.
Yeah.
Not used to this.
So again, this is a
to determine who gets the first pick in the random drinks. Ready whenever you are.
We'll give her a shot.
And you get 2 laps, so.
Okay.
So Blake gets 12.060. Alright, let's see what I can do here.
And we're live. Already off to a much better start.
Those tires are not your friend in this place.
They are not.
There it is.
Ooh, I was close.
You were second off.
Yep.
Or not really quite a second. You were 12.060. I'm 11.7. I thought it said 11.6 on the first lap. But I could have made that up completely.
And there it is.
Yes, you did.
So I went to Quick Trip the other day.
Yeah.
And I picked this that I saw because I've been kind of a fan of a real old fashioned.
Yeah.
I don't know how good this is going to take, but Lion Kugels makes a bourbon old fashioned. They also have a brandy old fashioned, but I'm taken, so I left her at the store. So what we're going to do, we're going to crack these bad boys open, pour them in a glass, and give her a go.
shot. Yeah.
See how this goes, you know. Now, I've had old fashions plenty of times. Oh, yeah. Screw it. We'll just pour the whole thing in there. Whether or not we drink the whole thing by the time we get to the next one.
That's the plan.
All right, there we go. We could probably zoom in on this when I edit it.
Yeah.
I don't want to break it.
I know. I was worried.
And you can see the design there nicely. A little bit more fizzy than a normal old-fashioned, but it's really got the flavor of it. It needs a little bit more cherry. So that's part of it. Or grenadine, sorry, not.
Well,
A little bit more
depends.
grenadine.
Depends on the bartender.
I
If they
am
care about
honestly-
quality, they'll use real care.
What do you think? What do you think? What's your rating?
So far,
Out of 10.
I'm a 6.5.
6.5?
Yeah.
I think I'm going to give it a 7. I'm going to go above you.
Yeah.
Because I drink the old fashions at the bar.
Yep.
And these are pretty close.
I've only had a couple, so I'm not too.
You've had old fashions
Yeah.
before?
Yeah, I'm not too
So,
good with them, but
what are you eyeing up for the next drink? Like think?
I'm not sure. From everything we've seen, I'm thinking of those tall boys you get. I don't know what they're called.
The varsity ones? The
Yeah.
one with the badge on the front?
Yep.
There's like 4 different flavors, though. You can choose any one of them. We're going to have to go through them all.
That's gonna be a coin flip for me.
Coin flip for you?
Yeah, we're gonna see what happens.
And good thing is we got the talk box over there that can flip a coin for us.
That's true. Is it actually in? Oh yeah, it is.
She's in there, right up
Yeah.
there. Don't say her name. Do
Oh.
not say her name.
Oh, she actually lit up too.
She knows we're talking about
It-
her.
It does. Look,
See?
that's terrible.
No, it's yellow. That means we have a notification.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I was gonna say.
it's probably a weather update because it's cold outside.
Google Home at house does that. I'll just be talking or something, then
You're
all of
gonna
a sudden
offend her.
they just tell me what the weather is.
You're
I
gonna
won't even
offend
say
her.
anything about the weather.
You're gonna offend her.
What, by saying Google?
Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
Fuck you.
So anyway, yeah. So what are your thoughts on these? Would you drink it
Not
like
too
normal, or
Oh yeah.
probably not like at every drink though, right?
No, I'd take it
you
as
get
a yeah.
pretty messed up pretty quick.
Ah,
What are the alcohol content on these?
16, I think.
8% by volume, 16 proof.
Proof. That's what it was.
So it tastes good.
I mean, it's not bad.
Ready to drink cocktail. I might recommend stirring it next time, but or
Yeah.
give it a little swirl.
Yeah, I could see that.
Yeah. Look at the legs. Look at the legs.
Yep.
Like a wine drink. I didn't give her a sniff or dimple. What did she smell like?
Any other drink I've ever smelled?
Yeah. I don't know what a old fashioned supposed to smell like.
Old fashioned.
What does it say?
It's called the nose.
These two
There you
iconic
go.
brands bring you a cocktail that
Smells
is the
like
flavor of the Midwest.
As it should
The old fashioned, award winning bourbon and ingredients used in Leinenkugel's beers for generations. Make this an immediate classic. Open, enjoy, and savor the flavors of Wisconsin. Cheers.
Cheers.
Jills.
Chills. Yep.
Government
Cheers.
warning. According to the Surgeon General, women should not drink alcoholic beverages during pregnancy because of the risk of birth defects. Consumption of alcoholic beverages impairs your ability to drive, car, operate machinery, and may cause health problems.
Does it cause cancer in California?
See, we're in
Everything causes
Wisconsin.
cancer in
Exactly.
We're in Wisconsin, so it doesn't give me the California writing. But
Well, they got to have a Prop 65 warning if they sell in California, though.
it's probably like, it's Leinenkugel, so I wonder if it's like
Like Nuglaris.
Nuglaris can only sell in Wisconsin.
No, Leinenkugel sells. I've seen them outside.
How many
I've seen
people?
them at stores outside.
How many people do you think bootleg that Nuglaris? I know a lot of
So
people
many.
have said they have.
I know a lot of people because they come, they come to visit or something, and they'll buy like 3 or 4 cases.
Do we need to call Snowman and the Bandit?
No.
Or Buford T. Justice
Everyone
on
just
the
does it
road?
for themselves nowadays.
Yeah,
Yeah.
or their buddies at home.
Well, exactly. That's why they come and then they buy like 4 or
There
5
was-
cases of this stuff and bring it
There was
home.
one in Minnesota that got busted.
No.
A bar.
Really?
Well, that's because it was a bar.
A bar was sneaking it in by the caseload and was selling it. This is a while ago, so I don't remember the details, but I know for a fact that they got caught selling Nuglaris. Actually, they might have.
If you're a private individual, it doesn't matter. They don't care. They only care about it being sold. It's not
Yes.
legal to sell outside of Wisconsin.
Yeah. Which makes sense.
Speaking of which, so this is a Wisconsin brand, Leinenkugel.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, and I guess Central Standard is with them as well. It's not just Leinenkugel. Also, Potosi is the varsity one with the badger on it that you want to try.
Yeah. That's why I want.
So that is like 10, 15 minutes down the road from us.
Really.
Oh, 15, yeah.
Yeah.
10. If
We were just talking about
Johnson
at 10.
is having some fun.
Monte
About 7 or 8 in your Monte Carlo that one time.
Carlo
Oh
was,
yeah. Oh yeah.
she moved. So remember, I just said that they had the longest Main Street.
Yep.
That's literally 15 minutes down the road, 10 minutes down the road for a normal human being.
For normal, yeah.
20 minutes.
So-
from the actual driving.
Honestly,
Or if you're trying to play Superman on my
Choke.
bike,
choke these bad boys down and get to the next one. What do you think?
I'm thinking so. Oh god.
Not that fast.
Yeah.
What
I was
are they
just-
for proof.
I just told you, 16.
I didn't hear that. 16, 8%.
So-
What's your
That's
velvet?
So, you ever had Malort?
80 proof.
You ever had
Right.
Malort?
It's watered down, so it may only be about 50
Excuse
proof now.
Max.
70-30.
Still
Good
good.
mix.
You ever had Malort, Max?
I need to bring a bottle.
No,
Do you know what it
he's
tastes like?
told me about it.
You had Malort, right?
Like an abortion clinic in Greenland or some shit like that.
So, Royal Bliss, Neil from Royal Bliss,
Oh.
the band that we saw.
Or I'll have another.
So anyway, he's
Malt
like,
liquor.
he's got like one of those old, fluff collar shirts or whatever, like you picture like an old British guy would wear, the fluffy shirts.
Yep.
And all you see is like, you may be wondering why I'm dressed so fancy tonight. Well, I'm trying a drink from the gods. And he turns and he's like talking about Malort. He's got a bottle of Malort. He pours a shot glass. He's like, I just want a little bit because I don't have very much left.
No, he only wanted a little bit.
He knocked it back and he's trying to pretend that it's good.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh,
No, trust
yeah, this is so good. It makes you
me.
have saliva from places you didn't think that you could make saliva.
Trust me, man.
So mouthwatering.
Yeah.
Yep. One of these times, I'm gonna bring a bottle.
And I had heard stories from Malort from
Oh.
you. So the second that you said Malort, I'm like, oh God, I want to see how this goes. Some guy in like Chicago gave it to him.
Yeah, that's the only place you get it from.
Yeah, you can't get it around here.
Nope. You have to go to Chicago.
So
I mean,
they say
might
it tastes
sell
like
now.
gasoline or old rubber bands, I hear.
It has 6 different aftertastes.
It has a few petrochemical tastes.
All right, let's see. Get the old legs going one more time. For me, anyway.
I still got it.
We got a couple more glasses. You could open up another one.
Now I gotta finish.
You gotta finish it, huh?
Finish it.
I got you talking too much, don't I?
Hey, a little bit.
It's basically a stiff beer. You're fine.
Pretty much.
Katie up at McCarthy's. McCarthy sponsors me.
Yeah, I saw that.
Katie makes a really good old fashioned.
Is that in the bar there?
Yep, up in McCarthy's there, right on Main Street.
Yep, right down the road.
Uh,
I've never been
Like-
in.
3 buildings down from the gas station. Do you think 2, 3 buildings down?
No, about 3.
No, 2.
Yeah, well, if you think.
That's right.
Gas station, across the street, gun shop, whatever the fuck that other place is.
And then McCarthy's.
Yeah,
McCarthy's.
2 buildings from.
So anyway, yeah, that's Katie and Beef. Katie runs it. Beef works there here and there.
Is Beef his name?
No, it's his nickname. His real name is Nick.
Good name for a bar owner.
Yeah,
Do
he's
they-
up. She's a pretty awesome too.
Yeah.
Katie.
Do they serve food there?
Yeah, they have like they don't have like an actual kitchen.
Yeah.
They make like pizzas,
Yeah,
like
they do
frozen pizzas, or
Pizzas,
They're-
nachos, I
they're-
think, right?
I know that it's not their recipe because it's already made, but their garlic bread.
Oh.
Oh, beautiful. They put it in for like 10 minutes. She's done. She's done.
Now you got me all hungry, you bastard.
They're a pub, not a bar and grill.
Yeah.
You want a bar and grill, go
Go,
Lawrence.
go
Right
Lawrence's.
across- literally right across the street.
Lawrence's, if you're listening, you should sponsor me. Just saying. We'll make a good deal.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Still liking her, huh?
Yeah, it's not bad.
It's not full anymore for you.
It's a good campfire drink.
The good news is, though, we have plenty of snacks just in case.
Of course.
And one of those pretzels.
The pretzels, huh?
Good old
The
pirates.
finest pretzel from the old Dutch era.
Finest pretzel in the land.
A little crooked.
Yeah. It's a stogie.
I got some of them too.
Oh, yeah.
I might have one. They look good.
They
he
really are.
broke the seal.
Technically, I did before this started, but hey,
That doesn't count.
that's true, but
All right. It's just a bit outside.
the amount of liquid that went
I
past
know.
the camera.
It should have been empty, man. I hung her upside down.
I know, I don't understand. Well,
It's fine.
They always catch a little bit.
I have to clean the floors in here anyway. There's plenty of oil stains. I got the stuff down at Eric's to clean it.
Yeah.
I mean, there's only been about 15 oil or engine changes since I've had the Neon.
honestly, for that many,
One engine change with the Cavalier
yeah, and it doesn't even look like you spilled oil.
because
in it.
Grandpa and Dad forgot to take the water out of the engine and left it out. And she
We had the engine out of it one time.
when we were changing
That was the
clutches,
transmission.
we were
That
changing
was
clutch.
Yeah, that was just the clutch. So
That doesn't count. though.
technically, the engine wasn't changed.
Yeah.
So
I'm
just
saying-
taking it out doesn't.
Well, then theoretically, the Neon's only had like 2 engines in it because the only thing that's changed on a lot of them is the head.
Yeah.
So that's not a whole engine. The block is the
that
same.
One time.
That one
One time
time.
it had 3 holes in the block.
So one.
Two on one side.
There's
one on
a
the other.
story. There's a story.
Story time.
So anyway,
Was the rod? Was there even any rod left on the journals or anything, or
There's
was
2
that
rods
completely off too?
there's 2 rods left. No, 1 rod left.
No, I mean the one that came apart. Was there even anything?
Oh, no,
left to
there's
the
nothing
rod
left.
journal? Like the cap came off and everything.
Yeah, everything came
The
up.
whole thing just.
So anyway,
fell off.
here we are.
Okay.
I'm running really hard. This is the first year that I had a 2.0 do over at Kim. Eric told me how to drive it, except I wasn't listening because you don't listen right away. You gotta learn that the hard way, apparently,
Of course.
if you're me. And I was over revving the car.
Oh,
So you're supposed to come in and let off the gas a little bit when you come in the corner.
of course.
I would just hang her wide open and drive with the steering wheel. Turns out, dual overhead cam engines in the Neon do not like RPMs like that. So, all of a sudden,
You'd think a Doge would be able to handle the RPM.
all of a sudden,
Basically, why they invented it.
I come around 1 and 2, and she's down a little bit of power. She didn't get off the corner a little as hard as it normally would. And all of a sudden, I'm driving down the backstretch. People are passing me. Dobbs went by me, the usual.
Yep.
And all of a sudden, I see flames coming up through the hood. I'm like, huh.
That's not supposed to happen.
I should probably pull off.
Mhm.
So I pull off. Flames keep coming up. It wasn't really that bad. It was mostly because I blew 4 holes in the engine, and all the oil went all over the hot exhaust. So we were on fire just a little bit. Amber and Mom did not see me get out of the car.
Oh,
So they're freaking out because they could still see the flames, dripping underneath the car. You can see that on the opening video of my YouTube channel, right?
I think so.
I think,
Yeah, I got a video of me
You
on
see, I know
fire.
you see the fire.
Yeah, it's pretty cool looking. The whole length of the car is on fire.
The whole underside.
Yeah.
You see the flames.
You almost ghost rated
Under the
around the
bottom.
track.
Yeah, Ghost
Yeah.
Rider. Woohoo!
There you go. That's another model to put on your car.
But yeah. So I was on fire. I got out. You would think everybody's like, "Oh, you must have been crapping your pants. You're so scared."
I didn't even know.
I got out of the car, calm, a little bit quicker than normal, but just calm.
Yeah,
And then I opened up the hood and proceeded to help the fire department put the fire out.
exactly. I mean, the fire wasn't in the cabin, so who cares, right?
I'm not on fire. The car's on fire.
Exactly.
It's fine.
If anything, you got in a car faster to help your car.
Yeah, it worked out. And I ruined probably 15 heads on the car.
Yeah.
This year, though, here's one thing. So, Tyler Henneman asked me after I won my first feature this year.
Mm.
He's the one who drives a 52N car. Used to be a Neon, now it's a Honda. You probably saw him one time.
What's his color scheme?
When you saw him, it was the white and blue Neon.
Oh, okay.
And so he came up to me after my feature win. After I was told by somebody who will not be named that I didn't deserve to win
Yeah.
because they said I jumped.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't jump. Anyway, because I asked everybody. Anyway, Henneman comes up to me and goes, "How many races have you thrown away?" Because I have been in position to win a lot. The team has. That's another thing. Once you start saying it's time to. You're too cocky for it.
Yep.
It's a we thing. This is a big team.
But sometimes it's habit.
The team deserves it. So anyway, I looked at him and I said, "More times than I can count on my hands. I've been in the lead on the last lap and something dumb happened,
Yep.
and we don't win."
Okay.
Max has witnessed it a million times. He told me to give up once, didn't you? Move on to the hobby stock and just give up.
That was one because I was sick of working on a computerized sideways engine.
But anyway,
Fucking modern car.
So then-
I'd rather, a Chevy.
So that was a good-
rear-wheel drive.
so that was kind of funny. And Henneman's like,
Yeah.
how many times are you going to give away a win? That's the same thing. In the meet and greet, I had not finished a race or something has happened to my car every heat race or whatever. No, I had broke down in a heat race in the first or second night, and then I broke down in a feature one night or something to that extent.
Yeah.
On the meet and greet night, I did not finish the heat race.
Yeah.
And Kurth comes up to me, Jason Kurth, and he's the 21K. This year he was a red, white, and blue American colors.
I may have seen him in.
And he looks at me and goes, "Are you ever going to finish a race?"
And then you proved him wrong.
Well-
Proved him
well-
right, if you will.
He won the championship this year, so it shows
Oh.
how much I proved him wrong. I mean, I had the first feature locked up, and I blew a tire. Were you there opening night? Yeah, you were there opening night. I blew a tire out.
Yeah.
And I pulled into the pits because it was caution. Because I ran around for like 2 laps with a flat tire. Come in for caution because, yeah, I changed tire. Go back out there, start in the back, got all the way back up to freaking 3rd place. Chambers blows the clutch out of his car. I almost run him over because I'm more focused on the guy next to me.
Yep.
That would have been a mess. And I get back up to I finished 3rd place in that night, and I went to the back. Started in the back, got to the front. Started in the back, got to the front.
It was a wild.
That was a
chase.
bad night. Well, not a bad night. It was a good night. It showed that we could do it.
Motherfucker.
I mean, we led a lot of laps. We led to half that race until Chambers passed me when I blew the tire out.
A little dirt won't hurt.
There you go. Oh, you're getting there. He's catching up.
It's a bit rough going fast, but
It's not a regular can, so you can't really put a nipple on it to drink it a little slow.
it's a slow burn drink.
Slow burn drink.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if an old fashioned really has a burn to it, really.
No, there's no burn. It's a slow burn. You take it slow.
Yeah,
That's
I
what
get
I'm
I
saying.
get what you're saying now.
So before I forget, I know. Well, actually, what do you want? 'Cause I
No,
don't
you
remember.
get what you're saying. I will remember mine.
So that one race I was there, I can't remember who else was helping me, but you pulled into the pits. You having like a distributor issue. What was going on with that?
It'll be a mass airflow sensor
Was it that?
or
Because we were
throttle
struggling.
position sensor.
We
That-
were in
that
the
was-
engine bay.
That was the night that you came for the championship night, and I was in the championship battle. If I win that night, I win the championship.
Yeah.
That was
Oh, we were in your
that
engine
was
block
not
too.
last year, but the year before. Remember, because I finished third, then fifth, then
Yeah.
third. So that year came down to that race, and I had a sensor go bad in a heat race. I pulled in.
That's what I was
Or
wondering.
no, I won the heat race. I pulled in, and then the car died in the infield. Pushed it out. Well, that happened to me half the year, all year. This year too, we had
Yep.
this friggin' starter switch broke on
Yeah.
it. So anyway, that happened there. We changed the coil out of it. That was not the issue. It started up and ran a little
Yeah,
fine.
because I remember diving into your
And
engine
Uncle
bay
Todd
with,
was getting a little flustered because he didn't know what was wrong. We changed all we thought was wrong with it.
Yeah. Who else was there?
Luke was there.
Luke, that's who it was.
My neighbor Luke,
Yep.
or my parents' neighbor, Luke Fleur.
Yeah.
And then Tyler was there, my cousin Tyler. And
Yeah,
you were
he
there.
was knuckle deep in your engine bay
Luke,
there.
Luke Fleur burned his hand on my exhaust because that came
Yeah.
down too.
Yeah, he was in there. He was in there.
And they were trying to use like old racing gloves, and turns out those don't take heat away very
No,
well.
Not
They just
very
stop you from catching on fire.
Yeah, not like the old ones that had asbestos.
No, the
Yeah,
asbestos.
Yeah.
So,
Warm,
then-
hot, cold. Just
so then we get it
Yeah.
where we think it's running. So
Like 8 minutes ago.
I borrowed a coil from
Yeah,
some.
we swapped it over right
I
then.
borrowed
and
it from Johnny Campbell.
Yep.
He was down the road from us, and then I drove it down to go to lineup, and
It
the
was
car
running-
died.
Yeah, it was running great until you got to the line.
I got to lineup, car died. Josh Chambers came up and gave up everything on his crew, and he worked on my car.
Really?
And I was out freaking out, and he said, "Get your stuff on. Don't worry about it. Get hooked in. I'll fix your car." They got a bunch of wiring stuff out. They got everything they could, try to get it fixed. I pulled in line up. The car's idling fine. We're figuring, just don't shut it off. It'll be fine.
Yeah.
And I get out onto the track, and the car died when we were lining up on the track. And they had to push me in. And then I had to proceed to watch the feature, man. That sucked. I figured I was pretty upset in the car. I
Yeah.
figured I could sit in this car, and I could sulk about this, or I could get over it, get out of the car, and go watch this race. That's the healing
Yep.
product right
And-
there.
and
Go watch
cheer
that
them on.
race.
Yep.
That's the biggest healing thing ever. Watch the race that you were supposed to be competing in. It sucks, but at the end, you're going to be stronger because of it, in my opinion.
Yeah, sometimes.
I've done that a handful of times as I.
Yep. Yeah, so it was just an airflow sensor. That's all.
Uh,
it was.
It ended up being crankshaft position sensor got
Uh,
shorted out. That happened twice this year too. Remember?
And where does
Crankshaft
that
position
lead?
sensor.
How do you fix that?
Change sensor out and then
Just-
look at your wiring.
Yeah.
We had a wire that the exhaust broke this year, and this is where we found it really good. The exhaust broke this year and shorted it out,
Oh.
which shut the car off in the middle of the feature, and I just took off in the lead. I was probably pulling away, and the car shut off, and I didn't finish that race. That was the second race I didn't finish
I
all
swear
year.
that car is your best worst friend.
Oh yeah, big time.
That sucker, oh, it fights you tooth and nail. But the fact you pull the win off on that bitch, oh shit.
It was fun.
Yeah. Like
I know.
Like I said before, I'm glad you got a front engine, rear wheel drive, carbureted V8 now because I actually know how to work on that.
Yeah, I told Dad.
Sideways shit.
I told
He
Dad.
doesn't even need to work on anything anymore.
Yeah.
I told
I
Dad.
can do all the work.
Max
on
is
that.
real excited about this because he knows how to work on it. We're gonna go places now.
I can
Hell,
work
I
on,
could
I can
work
work
on
on this.
Yeah.
You know, I see a neon. I'm like,
What's
what
that?
is this Japanese stuff?
It is Mitsubishi.
Yeah, exactly.
It's all
It's
ripped
so
off from
simple.
Mitsubishi anyway.
Yeah, it's so simple. I could work on it. No computers? Oh, easy.
Now,
a couple things.
I gotta give a shout out
Only you're
for.
allowed to use a Holly 4 barrel.
I
I
forgot
can get
Yeah.
that thing.
Rochester 2-barrel only.
Perfect 14.7.
So,
Yeah.
so I forgot to mention this earlier because I was gonna.
Mhm.
So was it year 4 or 5 when we finally got it dialed in setup wise? That would be 6. The year that I won my first feature
Well,
because you were there the first race and.
year before that, we had the suspension pretty well figured out.
Yeah, John from John's Auto Body. I took it over to
'cause
him.
That would have been after like the rear end. We all beefed that up so it wasn't,
Yeah, but he told me what to run.
splitting in half.
I got
every time.
I got told what to run for camber, what to run for tow, all this stuff within reason because it's all legal. It's got to be legal. It's got to be 2 degrees camber. Can't be over 2 degrees camber.
Once we got it actually,
remember,
staying and not just immediately completely getting thrown out of whack after the first race.
Well, then we started fighting.
Then it was a lot
Then we
better.
started fighting it because it was too tight. Remember, we had it too tight.
Yeah.
Because it wouldn't turn in the front. It would fight it. So then I took it home. We undid the sway bar link on the right side, or we preloaded the sway bar link is what we did. Their sway bars got preloaded.
Yeah.
So one side is unhooked and one side is preloaded. So right side's preloaded, left side's unhooked, something like that. Yeah, I think that's correct.
I
Anyway,
can remember.
And that loosened up the front end for me. And then we were running too tall tire, right? And we put that on there. And no, we freed it up by putting that right rear bald tire on, remember?
Yeah.
And we're like, all right, fine. We're going to take every step we can and loosen this thing up. When we needed to go inch by inch to do it. Because you don't know what you're fixing if you do 10 things at once.
Exactly.
So then we were at hot laps. Remember hot laps? And I spun it out halfway down the backstretch when I just let off the gas, and I almost got T-boned by one of the fastest guys there at the time, Troy McCoy, at the beginning of the year. Remember? Yeah. And I pulled into the infield or in the pits. Your dad was there. You were there. I looked at you both and said, "Whatever, change the tires back, guys. This is not going to work."
Yeah. I remember hearing.
Because they got to be the same size side to side too. They can be different size front to back, but they got to be the same
Can't do
size.
it like your first season where you had a size on each corner.
We had like
this size was here, and
we had
a
like
little bit bigger
what,
here, and
15s on one side, 14s on the
yeah,
other.
there were 14 and 15-inch rims.
Yeah.
It was just
It was
this
a
one's taller,
monstrosity.
so this one's shorter. It'll go left.
She's always going to be a Frankenstein's monster, though. That's why we call it Frankenstein's monster. There's so many parts in that car that don't belong with it.
Well, and not only that, the stuff you've blown out of that car, it's barely even original at this point.
I've broken a lot of parts.
Quite a bit. I remember, what was the thing? Oh, it was your rims. You sheared off each
And sheared the
bolt.
center out of the Cavalier. Because I'm going to put this out there right now.
The rims are flimsy.
Just hang on. For everybody
Yeah.
who's watching, which is probably up to 40 people now, because we got 40 subscribers, keep that number going up.
Maybe even 50 now.
Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. It would help. But
Like that notification.
for everybody listening, if you have factory Cavalier rims, do not put them on the right side of anything. Because it's too much force for them, and they're made out of some sort of chintzy or just barely weak. Chinesium, whatever you want to call it.
Really soft.
Because 2 weeks in a row, I broke the center out of them. Somebody told me, well, your lug nuts weren't tight. I know for a fact they were torqued to spec.
Well, not only that, you broke the
I broke the center out of them. Yeah. That's
you
what I
didn't
said.
break the lug nugs or nothing.
No, that's exactly what I'm saying. It
Yeah.
broke the center out of them. Nothing was wrong.
Exactly.
It was still tight. I had the hub, everything there. And then you look it up. It's everywhere. It's not just me.
Well, Eric did it with his.
Eric did it going down the road, going to work.
And that's just a daily drive.
And he wasn't speeding. He wasn't doing it well. I can't say he wasn't speeding.
Yeah. Who knows?
But for legal
A
reasons,
respectable 5 miles an hour over, obviously.
for legal reasons, we're going to say he was not speeding.
That we know of. Yeah.
That we know of. But anyway, they break out pretty easy. So I would recommend not having it on the right rear or the right front, because that's your most stressful areas when you go in the corner. I broke one off the right front twice in 2 weeks on the Cavalier. Now, I run neon rims. They look almost identical to Cavalier rims. What I've been told is, the way you can tell is the valve stem will be in the middle of a spoke hole on the neon rim. And Cavalier rims are kind of more random spacing. It's not as exact as that.
Cavalier rims are made out of really weak,
Really
thin
weak.
steel.
And it felt like it was just cracked. You just let go.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Because I remember when you pulled it up, I visited one day, and I saw that wheel. I was like, what the heck did you do?
Yeah, I didn't do nothing. I drove.
Yeah.
Granted, in the Cavalier, I didn't know how to drive. I'm going to be the first person to admit.
No, I'll give it to you straight. You drove it like hell was on your heels. You gave her the beans.
Yeah.
And you learned.
Like
you
they say, this is not the greatest motto to live by, but like they say, if you can't be in the show, be the show.
And damn sure you made it.
And I guess if you don't win, at least have them know your name when you leave.
Exactly. Any advertisement is good advertisement, as they say.
Tired-
I don't know. I've
Flying
seen
off.
I've seen a lot of bad
No
advertisement
way.
at the racetrack
Everyone
because
knows.
of words that have been said about certain people.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm sure there's plenty of people who don't like me, but I try to be a good guy. I have no problem with anybody in the
Oh, yeah.
pits. Not a single person. Do you ever see me get upset with anybody? I've been upset probably twice in my
not only
life.
that.
I've never seen you get in a fight with anyone.
No. So
Because I wasn't there that one night.
the first year Troy Picoy came,
Don't know.
not the year he ran consistently. He came for one race and an eclipse, an early eclipse, like
The 1990s.
the 92, 94 first, second gen. And so he walled me twice, fenced me twice, and he didn't know that because I wasn't to his door.
Yeah.
Because you can't see anybody till you get to your door. I don't care what anybody says. You can expect them to be there, but you don't see them until they get to your door.
Without mirrors, you can't. You don't.
Exactly.
Know
We don't run with door with no mirrors. So anyway,
Yeah, mirrors will get you DQ.
so anyway, he did that. Yeah, we had that happen once
Yeah.
at a fair race.
Not to you, at least.
No, not to me. I don't run mirrors. So anyway, that happens, and he fences me twice on the front stretch and the back stretch. And I said, all right, I'm having enough of that. I'm going to lay off. I'm going to the inside. I did that. I passed him. I don't know if I touched him. What happened? All I know is we get to the infield, and he's chewing me out left and right.
Oh, yeah.
Left and right. Now, I don't hear exactly what he's saying, but I know he's not happy.
Not a happy camper.
I think my coolest moment in my whole racing career is he's chewing me out, and he goes, "You hear me? You hear me?" And I probably didn't make things better. I just turned, looked at him, and gave him a big thumbs up. Didn't say a word, just big old thumbs up.
There's a good old sticker for your car.
So then I drove away. I pull into the pits. I got about 10 people with me. I sit up on the window and I say, "Hey, you guys better get ready. He's coming down here." He hops out of his car. I think he ghost-rided his car into his pits.
He rided it?
He ghost-rided it.
He rided it?
Like, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
He hopped out of the window while
He rided it.
exactly. He hopped out of the window while it was rolling, and then he threw his. All I see is him throwing the gloves, throwing the helmet. I'm like, uh-oh.
Yeah, it's about
This is not going to be good.
It's about to get real.
All I know is I'm not going to fight because I'm not getting disqualified. I'm not having any of that issues.
Yeah.
I just told my crew to be ready just in case because I don't want anything stupid to happen. Anyway, it all got resolved. He calmed down a little bit. He came over and said, "Hey, don't want any problems." And I never had any problems with him again. Now, he had issues with Eric, which I tried to resolve and almost went south. That got calmed down. He had a little run-in with Dylan Cool for a while, who used to own my Neon, by the way.
I was wondering.
It was all that got resolved eventually. That was the longest one right there. But the Neon, the coolest thing is there's a picture of us going 3 wide that BA took,
I saw that one.
and it's a Ford Escort hatch, right?
It's an Escort.
It's an Escort. No, Focus.
No,
Focus.
Focus, yeah.
Focus hatch. It's orange. It was like number 54. I remember that. And then it was Dylan in the Neon, which was mine, not mine yet. And it was number 83. It was the blue and yellow Earnhardt paint scheme.
Yeah.
And I'm in my Cavalier on the bottom in the 55 Earnhardt paint scheme, the black, the Intimidator edition.
Yes, sir.
And the coolest thing about that I always think of is now I own 2 of those 3 cars.
Yep.
I don't want to own the third one. But, I mean, we got 3 to...
You can almost reenact it.
Yeah, almost.
Yeah.
You could almost stage.
I could take them up to your yard, line them up, and it'd basically be the same thing.
Pretty much.
Without the banking. There's no banking there. But
Hey, my yard's got a little bit of an angle.
it's time.
That's what I was gonna just say, actually.
Blade's going to go pick out the next one. I can't wait to see what he
I'm gonna
picks.
take
All right. Let's see what we get.
Max is going to take a little break.
here.
Slider about that way.
Yeah.
Keep going.
No, that's about right.
All right. That's good!
too far.
You know, nowadays you can't exactly trust a bank. But you know the bank you can trust? Antonio's. So come on down. We'll take your money and save it. You're not a cop, are you?
Antonio's New York Bank and Trust. Opening this week. We'll take your money and save it. Come on down, bring your gold, your coins, and your cash to the bank you can trust.
That's doing Wayne's World. And we're live. All right, Wayne, what did you pick for us?
So this time I took the good old Potosi Varsity Orange vodka seltzer.
Orange seltzer. So is this going to be like a screwdriver? Kind of. That's vodka
It
and
might
orange. Orange juice and vodka. That's a screwdriver.
We're gonna have to see how.
What do we got here? 12 fluid ounces. I can't read it because mine's a little smashed up.
Yep.
What's it say under that?
12 fluid ounces, 4.5 alcohol per volume.
Let's see.
Let's give her a shot, hey?
Hey, I want to read this. A portion of the proceeds from the sale beverage will be used to provide name, image, and likeness opportunities for Wisconsin student athletes to continue to compete for championships.
Hell
That's
yeah.
pretty stand up right there. What else we got here? Anything cool? 4.5% alcohol. Same thing as the other one. Nothing special on here.
See how she pours.
Let's see how it goes. Yeah, hang on. You gotta pour it at an angle. That's not a correct pour. You gotta be like,
Okay, fine. I'll do it correct.
like this kind
This,
of deal.
this stuff doesn't fizz up very well.
Yeah, it doesn't. I'm not even doing it right. So
It's not beer. Doesn't matter.
And you know what's
it's
crazy?
clear. So that's kind of a.
It's completely clear. It's like
Not only that, it filled up less than the bourbon
It's
did.
water. This is gonna hydrate you better.
it's supposed to be orange too. That means that they only have like orange flavoring,
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
and they don't even bother
false
with an eye.
advertisement.
And not only that,
I'm kidding, Potosi. I'm sure. Hang on. We can't say mean things like that. Blades won. I got one. All right, here we
we
go.
need a tally board.
We can't say anything bad until we taste this.
That's true. All right,
All right,
cheers.
ready?
Chills.
I don't know. It tastes pretty good to me.
You know what? That tastes freaking great. It tastes like orange juice.
No, it's
Orange soda. That's what it tastes like.
yeah.
Like
Synthetic orange flavor.
no, it
Oh,
tastes
yeah.
like what is it?
Sunny D.
No,
Honestly, it's-
orange soda.
No, it
Not
Fanta.
yeah, Fanta. It tastes like
Yeah.
Fanta.
for me it tastes like a Sprite to 7-Up.
Yeah, kind of like that too,
Yeah.
but with a little bit more citrus taste.
Yeah.
Like orange.
Yeah.
Because I guess technically limes
That's
and stuff are
weird.
citrus, right?
Yeah. Lemons and limes are
Right.
both citrus. Those
Down
are
that!
right.
Send her down.
That's not bad.
You're right.
That's a weird one. I like
All
it.
right, Blade. You're talking about me all night. What do you think about racing?
Honestly, I've always wanted to get into it, but I've never been a fan of circle track racing. I've always been more of a
Let me guess. All you
Road
do is
courses?
turn left.
no, I do not mind. There's a lot of competition in turning left.
What?
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 But,
What?
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 but so I've always wanted just more than turning left.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong.
So road courses.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Turn right as well.
Exactly.
So we could go up to
Road America.
Road America.
Is that a
They have an open day.
just any car?
Basically.
I pick my pick up there.
If
I don't know that for
Yeah,
100%.
But
You're
right.
right.
I think it would be a waste of. It would be a waste of. Take my truck around there at 70 miles an hour.
hey, you can try and drift that fuck
All right.
though.
Can you
I
imagine?
need to put the pause.
Can you
in the
imagine
car.
watching the stopwatch for that?
I was just sitting there. Yeah, wait me when he's done.
Yeah,
Whoa! There he is!
Yeah.
There he is! He's coming by!
because I've always wanted to race your mom.
Watch that body
I'm
roll!
just fucking ripping through it like sideways almost.
Yep.
Going like 60 miles an hour.
Just watch that body roll!
Hard.
Yeah, because I've always wanted to race your Monty on Road of America.
Well, it's too late.
The car's
now.
crushed
I
now.
know.
Yeah,
It was rusted beyond repair.
Yeah,
You
it's
just had to get in a wreck.
it's a
I think it was
This
before
about
that.
now?
Or, no, it would have ended up anyway.
It was after.
It was the floorboards and all that stuff. The quarter panels were just really surface rust. It wasn't anything bad.
And you know
Most
what
was flash
sucks?
rusting,
Yeah.
Well, flash
I
rusting
never
plus,
got to
you
drive
just kind of let it.
No, I was going to let you too, and you always said you weren't going to let me. I was going to let
No,
you.
you never let me. I always asked.
I was going to let you.
I always asked.
The car,
All I know
the
is,
car was parked in my backyard for a while, so you know.
all I know
He's
is,
shown up.
all I know
Yeah.
is, listen
he probably
here.
left the keys in there. He always
Listen
left
here.
the keys.
All I know is, an S10 will not outrun
No, I
a Monte Carlo.
I know that.
Max, tell me what happened.
Well, this is a 97, isn't it?
2003 or
It
97,
was
yeah.
early 2000, maybe 90s.
So probably actually about the same age.
Yeah.
So 98 or 99.
It was an old sucker.
So here's how it goes. Blade's been begging me to drag race him for a long time. Just
Oh, yeah.
kept hammering on me. I'm like, Blade, I'm almost out of gas. Like, you're giving me an excuse. I mean, I am below E right now.
I have a gas tank in my truck. We'll fill you up.
It will fill you up. He was empty in that gas tank. Thank you very much.
Meanwhile, you have driven on E to Dodgeville.
Yeah,
back.
it was fine.
So,
Yeah.
Anyway, I could get the Dodge one back on $3.
yeah.
So anyway, Blade and I decided, you know what, Blade?
$3 back then.
You know what, Blade? I'm gonna pick Max up we'll go run it on some street. I'm not going to name street because I don't know how long it takes for it not to be illegal anymore.
Well, technically, we.
So anyway,
I don't know what the statute of limitations is on drag racing.
so Max and I had been watching a lot of Street Outlaws at that time.
It was a private race course in Mexico.
Yeah, in Mexico.
Yeah,
we were across the border. No, that's illegal too. We don't got.
Wisconsin.
that's right.
I don't got a passport.
I don't have a passport. No, I didn't.
It was a
I crossed the
private.
border
So anyway-
into Mexico.
So anyway, all I know is that
Nobody's going to prosecute me.
I picked Max up because he's going to flag the race.
Yep.
Because we need somebody to say ready, set, go. Otherwise, somebody's cheating. Anyway, so Max
Gotta be fair.
gets out of my car, gets in between us, and he does the old Big Chief's
Flashlight. In
Yeah.
broad daylight.
broad daylight flashlight above his head,
In the
It
middle of
works.
summer.
and I hit
It was like
I
fucking
hit the light.
July.
I hit the light dead on.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't squeak the tires or nothing, and he's over
The
there.
moment I hit that button, that light came on and you were immediately taken off.
And all I know is
Burn.
And I heard a lot of squealing, but it was coming from the left.
so. Anyway,
Yep.
Blade hits the gas right about after I take off, and all I hear is, "Roar!" I'm like, oh, I knocked the tires off. Better let off the gas a little bit.
Oh, I spun that sucker for 30
I was at the end of the track by the time he even got going.
I hugged you a little bit.
Oh, yeah, you were
but
there.
That's only because I made you
It's
pedal.
not, yeah, only because I let off the gas because I'm like, I burned a tire.
Yep.
And really, it was the old S10 one-wheel peel, baby.
Yes, sir.
One wheel drive, no weight in the bed. 308 gear.
Hey,
I had the topper.
you remember TJ's truck? When we loaded that S10 down and went and
yeah.
tore it up?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Standing behind the thing, pushing it to get it out of the driveway.
I'll tell you this story. This story is good. You guys both know it because you were there.
Getting my legs soaked in snow.
Oh.
Because it was just the tire because I was behind the right wheel.
You were trying to get him out of the garage?
I was behind the right wheel. I picked the right side. The one where the tire is actually spinning.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
So anyway,
So my legs
we go down to our buddy. So he had been driving us around in this 80s,
Beater.
89. It was
89
an 89.
Blazer.
Beater.
And I told him,
With the quarter panels
oh, yeah.
welded over top of
let
the
me
old
tell you,
quarter
so
panels.
the guy before him
Don't
had said
forget
that he had fixed it because it had been rusted. He welded quarter panels on top of quarter panels.
I don't think they even bothered grinding all the
They weren't ground, and I can't even say
because
welded.
it wasn't
welded.
It was boogered.
It was spattered on. I'm not even gonna say boogered. It's
It was-
worse.
it was
Those
like
were
JB
booger-
Weld.
Those
So-
were booger weld.
And they didn't.
Now, JB Weld would
They
last
didn't
longer.
even do it right because
You're right,
it
actually.
shorted out the
Yeah.
wiring.
JB Weld on a lot of things.
It
That's
shorted out
right.
all the wiring in the turns in the lighting.
Yeah, they melted all the
Any change in lights at all was flashers.
They were all every flashing light
Everything was hazard.
was a hazard light.
So anyway,
Even the headlights, the brights did. He turned on high beams, and the high beams flashed.
I'm sure he's not gonna like this story. But TJ starts giving us a ride, and you're like, "Yeah, it's a pretty nice truck, right?" I start smelling like
And I was thinking, yeah, I got a way better fucking deal for like the same price with mine.
so we're driving around in this truck, and all of a sudden I start smelling like old bottle rockets, like
Yep.
something from like way long time ago. Just that powder you smell,
Sulfur.
the sulfur. I look at TJ and I go, "Hey man, you probably should not be driving this truck anymore.
Yeah. There's a leak somewhere.
There's something's going wrong, and it's not good."
Yeah.
I could
But
tell.
the bottle rocket smell.
So anyway, that's fine, Dandy. We get done. About a week goes by. He calls me up and he goes, "Hey man, you don't got to worry about fixing my truck anymore." Like, what do you mean? Yeah, it's burning down on the side of the road right now.
He was
What?
sitting there watching
He was
burn.
watching it burn down, didn't shut it off. The fire department comes up and they just douse it down the engine bay with water.
Just, yeah.
Skip ahead about 2 more weeks. He's got it in an old rental place that his dad had.
The crematory.
Above the crematory.
Oh, that's
You can
right.
smell it. It was horrible.
Oh, it was bad.
Anyway,
Crematorium was right there.
he wants us to pull the motor so that he can sell it to somebody, and we get going. And we can't get anything loose. So I decided, you know what? We don't got enough height because his garage is so low.
Yeah.
We're going to just take the grill off and everything, the bumper, the grill, everything in front. We're just going to pull it as straight out as we can. We're going to go up above whatever we can't clear, And all of a sudden, like the exhaust is not coming off. And the exhaust is not coming off. It's rotted onto the motor.
It was bad.
That's pretty typical.
So they're still working on taking the front end apart. I get underneath of it, and I'm going to sawzall this frickin' exhaust off. All of a sudden, it turns into the frickin' summertime. Frickin' sprinklers going off.
Yeah.
The water's just spraying out of the exhaust. I mean, it was
Through the
full.
exhaust pipe.
Not only that.
Not even through it yet, and it just starts spitting.
No,
I'm like,
not
oh,
only
it's just
that.
some residue. It'll be all right.
You remember when I gave you my glasses when the whole thing just the ash fall?
Yeah, and then so anyway, I cut that exhaust, and it's just pure water drain out of it.
Bad.
I look at TJ and I said, "We're not pulling this motor. It's junk."
Yep.
And it may or may not have been junk, but I'm pretty sure it was junk.
It was
It was
junk.
okay. It was hot, and then it was filled with water.
And it was still running. It was still running when they were pouring water down it.
Yeah, it was junk.
So anyway, he said, "All right, well, will you pull the exhaust? Or not the exhaust, the transmission?" And I had a transmission jack, but I was like, I really don't want to. If that motor's junk, I'm just going to leave it there.
It was
So anyway-
either a turbo 350 or 400. I can't
Yeah.
remember. It was a 3-speed, no overdrive.
So anyway, we couldn't even roll it. We couldn't roll it because he had already sold the wheels, which is fine. He needed the money anyway.
It was bad.
So I got bored. We decided we're going to start cutting things off of it because why not?
I was in the,
I
I was
wanted
in the
the
back digging tools out.
tools out because I still have them over there.
Yep.
So anyway, we
I
decided.
got a lot of sockets out of there.
We
I didn't find
decided.
any racket. No, I think that was that.
We decided that I wanted the door to be cut off because I was going to keep it for some stupid reason, probably to paint on or something. Anyway,
I wish.
Anyway-
if it was in better shape, I would have taken it to my truck.
it was warped
We
bad.
managed.
It was completely.
We
So
managed.
anyway,
It was just as bad as mine.
I'm cutting away with the cutoff blade, and the cutoff blade explodes,
Yep.
hits me in the face, and hits the back wall before I can even turn. And he's in there. Oh!
You were wearing safety glasses.
I was wearing
You had
safety glasses,
on. Your eyes wouldn't have gotten taken
Yeah,
out.
because
and
I gave
he's
it
like,
to
"Oh,
him.
my leg!" And I'm like, "Dude, it hit me in the face."
Yeah.
Yeah, you got a little cut on
So
your
anyway, I'm still bored. I want that door off.
And then we convinced
I looked at
TJ.
TJ and I said, "You know
I
what?"
didn't convince him.
I
You
looked
said,
No, this is how it went.
Yeah.
This is how it went. I looked at TJ and I said, "If you run at that door, I've seen it in so many movies and videos. It'll
come right off.
It'll come right off.
It'll just fall right off.
It'll be fine."
It's fine.
So anyway, this guy is probably 120 pounds soaking wet,
Yeah.
something like that. He's really skinny.
Maybe 115.
He
something
starts
like that.
about 10 feet back from the door.
Oh, he was ready.
He gets a good full steam, and he was moving. He hit that door. That door folded to
He
the.
bounced. Yeah, I think he bounced.
No,
off the
listen,
wall behind
listen.
him.
The fender, the door folded to the fender, and it shot him back all the way
Yeah.
against the wall.
It threw him back.
Yeah,
At
I'm
which
pretty sure-
moment-
I'm pretty sure he impacted the back wall. of
That
the
was pretty
garage.
funny. We had a good time that time. Oh, look at that. Blade's ahead of me now.
That was a good one.
That's a fun story. See, it's not all about racing.
Now, what's one of your favorite stories?
That was one of my favorite stories.
Well, that was a fun story, not a favorite story.
I got too many of them.
We got a lot of stories. We've known each other for.
Oh!
All right, ladies and gentlemen, folks of all ages.
We're back.
Looks like
So we had technical difficulties. The phone died. We were supposed to be during a commercial break, but you don't know that because you didn't hear it. So it's my turn, and I chose.
good old.
It's called the Real American Beer. This is Hulk Hogan's beer. Yes, you know. What you gonna do, brother? Brother. So we're gonna give her a go. I've been looking for this for a while. Once I heard it came out,
I've never even heard of it.
we'll see what happens here. It's a light beer, so I don't know.
Go.
They got Max over there. Oh yeah, look at that.
Real Guinness right
It's
there.
pretty gold in there. Blade poured better than I got a lot of head there. Wait, you can't say that.
Well, that's a whisper.
I'm gonna stick her all, give her a little swirl.
Shatters.
That's actually pretty good.
Not bad.
That's smooth. There's no bad taste of that at all.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Max drinks it heavily all the time.
He's
Yeah.
got the good stuff over there.
Yeah, beer.
It's pretty close to this. Nah, mine's a little bit more golden, but
A little more, yeah, a little bit more piss color in it.
too much head in there.
Yeah, you did.
Never said that before. Well, that's gotta be edited out.
How did I get a perfect pour? What'd you say? Anyways.
Too much hair? I don't believe it.
Max, take her down a
No
notch.
such thing.
Take her down a notch. So we got this
Too much
one.
teeth.
So we got this drink. We got like what? 2 more flavors left in the varsity to go through.
And then
So basically, whatever Blade picks next, we'll set up whatever picks the last drink.
Jack.
Jack. And that doesn't count as a drink because that was not a good decision. That
Well,
was,
it's part of the roster.
It was a decision, though.
it was a decision.
It wasn't a good one, but
Blade was like,
how often is it?
I put it back. Then he's like, oh.
Yeah, that stuff was bad.
So anyway, real American beer, it's not bad at all. He doesn't drink beer, and he says it's not bad.
Yeah, it's actually, for a beer, not bad. And I've drank everything.
So you're going to drink the rest of this, or no?
Yeah, I'll drink the rest of it.
Oh, wow. We found a beer that Blade likes. They sell it Quick Trip, you know.
I ain't going to buy it. But if somebody buys it for me.
I'll
It
buy it.
costs money. Why would I buy it?
I'll buy it
Exactly.
for you every single time I come over then.
Okay, I don't want it. It's good.
Okay, it's not that good.
It's not that good, guys.
It's not that good, but it's a beer I'd drink. Like, if you had any other beer, I'd choose this. Bush, Bud, all
You ever
gone.
had Corona?
Yeah, it's
Hey.
not good.
I had a Corona once.
The virus?
The first time I went to a live band after I was 21,
Mhm.
I went to see Warrant, the band. You know, She's My Cherry Pie, that band.
Jeez, my... Yeah.
We ended up going backstage. I got an autographed guitar. That's at home. And there, I told him, hey, this is my first concert since turning 21. This is my first legal 21 or older concert. Like, you're 21 or older? Give me your ID and I'll drink Corona with you.
Yeah.
I had never had one before, so whatever, here's my ID. I'm 21. So yeah, that's how I drank my first Corona. It wasn't terrible. I mean, I'm the type of guy, if
Someone pointed a gun at my head and said you have to drink beer, then I'd say, okay, give me some Corona with a lime in it.
right. I mean,
I'll suffer.
ask Max. I'll drink just about anything, right?
If it has ethanol in it, then yeah, you'll drink it.
Yeah.
Unless it's E85,
What do you got going
Might-
there? Tower or
I'm
what?
not sure.
The giveaway, the drink I'm drinking.
Yeah, we're gonna drink, you're drinking. We decided we're gonna do 2 giveaways, right?
That's my giveaway.
We're gonna do first and second.
As it
That's
seems.
our giveaway. That's not your giveaway.
Well, you gave it to
It
me.
is our giveaway,
Yeah.
comrade.
Yes, comrade.
Anyway, where are we on our list here? We just got drinks to do and then kind of like finishing up here.
Yeah, we just got to finish up this.
We're over an hour here though.
Yeah. Far past 80
An
minutes.
hour and 20 minutes.
80 minutes.
So,
Excuse me.
unfortunately, we had a lot of good stuff on the last little bit.
Yeah, we missed about
We might
15,
have lost about half of it.
That's about half the show.
about 15 minutes of combo.
But we will get to the giveaway just here shortly. We're going to finish up our little,
After these breaks, we'll be right back.
we did that already.
Yeah, but this is a break.
So tell them some stories that you told when.
Yeah, we've been on for like half an hour already,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, no.
I don't even know what we
How
told
drunk
that-
do you think Blade is?
I don't know.
Boy, hold
Give
your
me a
hand.
test.
Hell, hold your hand up.
The hand
Not
test
like
is
that
nothing.
though, because
Which one's your shooting hand?
This one.
This is my shooting hand.
I've seen some things, man.
This is my non-shooting hand.
That's not funny.
You're fine. You ain't even.
You're a
fucking
lefty when
bothered.
you shoot.
No, this is my non-shooting hand.
Yeah,
Oh.
this is non-dominant
Explain.
hand.
Anyway, so
You have to
Max
give me a
goes to the
better
racetrack.
test
What's
on
your
that.
favorite racetrack memory? And you went before we hung out, right? You've been to Dubuque without me, right?
Buke?
Like when you were little.
Once or twice,
Once or
yeah.
twice?
Once or twice before you started racing, I didn't really go to racing.
Do you have any like real memory about racing other than Gordon?
Well, everyone likes Jeff Gordon, right? I mean,
Yeah, we like Jeff Gordon.
I don't know who that is.
That's the 24. If you're an
he
Earnhardt,
used to be the 24.
if you're an Earnhardt fan, you're not a Jeff Gordon fan. Typically.
I don't know. I like
Although
them both.
Junior partnered with them, they're teammates.
I like them both.
Jesus.
All three of them.
He's standing right there.
There he is.
He's standing right there.
Yeah, I know. Well,
That's the second time he got me. He sneaks
I don't
right
know.
up on you.
That's a pretty young Junior, though.
Yeah, he sneaks right up on you, though, doesn't he?
That looks like Junior about 20 years ago.
Probably more than that. Well, no. Yeah, it's probably before 2005. Probably 99, 2000. No, 2000, somewhere in there.
That's Junior when he was young. He
Yeah.
wishes he was that young now.
So, by the way, actually, that was given to me by Chuck at Chuck's Repair. Came to me at work, and he's like, hey, do you want some Earnhardt stuff? And I'm not going to say no to that.
Where's that at?
when I was at work. Chuck's Repair is just shop that comes in. He's got a business, and he's like, "Hey, I've got some life-size cutouts of Dale Jr. and Dale Sr. Would you want some?"
Oh yeah.
Well, yeah, I'm not going to say no to that. Max has seen it. I got a lot of Earnhardt stuff. I'm not going to say no to that, right?
Yeah.
I mean, look at my race card.
Oh yeah.
Can you tell I may or may not be just a tad an Earnhardt fan?
And where's that shop at?
That shop?
Yeah.
Well, I don't remember.
Oh, I don't even know. So
That's Chuck's Repair, though. We sell him stuff out of Platteville, so he's got to be close to Platteville at least.
okay.
But we got like a couple flavors to go, like 2 flavors of the Varsity. We got to finish these beers up yet.
It's hard.
We got, what is it, the blueberry and the pineapple?
Cherry.
Cherry. We still got pineapple, though. Yeah, doesn't count. Because
You finished that one off.
You didn't try it, though. There's 2 of them. 2 of them each in box.
Took too big of a sip. You realized it was beer.
Blade
Oh
doesn't.
shit! I just realized this tastes like beer.
So Blade doesn't drink beer. So
no,
the
it's
fact.
bad.
So look at this. The fact that he's that far along, we're doing good.
I mean,
We're having a good time.
oh yeah.
Not really that terribly buzzed, but
For a beer though, that's not a bad beer. And I've drank
so
everything. Oh,
you got like what? One more commercial break coming up in a little bit.
about.
Probably once we drink this down. Somebody else has got to tell a story though. Anybody?
I don't really have any good
What
stories.
kind of story? I got a lot. I got a lot of good stories, but I don't know if they're
Same.
politically
Tell
correct.
us. Let's see. So I'll explain here. That's Max. Max's dad is Craig Ime. Craig Ime is the lead singer of Giant Trash.
Was.
They're retired.
Tired.
They're retired now.
He will not sing.
They
anymore.
may or may not do a return.
They might do something
One
in
hell
a
of a
year or
last show
two,
though.
So
but
they-
he's gonna wait a while.
You weren't even there for last show.
was.
No, it was
Wasn't?
it was at the Hall of Fame ceremony. That was
Ah.
none of us were there except for Max.
Yeah,
I wasn't able to go. I had crap going on.
but they're in their Iowa Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
Iowa.
They're in a Hall of Fame. They're in a Hall of Fame. So that is
Rock and Roll.
that is
Hall
more
of Fame.
that's more Hall of Fames than most people have.
Literally
Yeah, most
anyone.
people. Most cover bands for sure.
Yeah.
So, anyways, back to your story.
Which one?
That's what you're trying to figure out.
Well, no, I was basically just explaining who he is.
Oh,
Actually, I take it back. Blade here, his dad is Jeremy Bass, owner of Bassmasters Construction, which if you look back at my previous cars, my first year in the Neon that I can point offhand, the BMC on the passenger side, that is the Bassmasters Construction logo that I came up with. I don't know if they really want it, but I got bored one night and
it was a
drew that
good
up.
logo.
I think it was. What else we got on here? We got at least.
Well, we need a good story for the course of this
Well, the
year.
problem is I told a lot of stories. And I don't know which ones were on camera and which ones were not because we lost it all.
Well, I'll tell you.
I tell you what.
I'll tell you what.
I tell you what. That boy ain't right.
I'll tell you what.
So to be honest with you, I'm amazed we got this far because we were all nervous about how we were going to be on camera.
Honestly, it went far, but 80
Speak for
minutes.
yourself.
Yeah.
Max didn't care.
I don't give a
Blade's
fuck.
like, hey man, I don't know about this. And I was like, you know what?
As you can tell, I'm the product placement individual.
Yeah, he's been stacking up product for a while.
Standing behind the can of beer.
Matter of fact,
the camera
is it the
has an
top
angle on
one?
your face.
the top one is the giveaway.
Yeah, this is the giveaway.
That is our giveaway. We are changing it. I think I said earlier. I'm not sure if I was on camera yet or not.
It was not.
We're decided that 2 people are going to give a giveaway.
Yep. The first one gets.
No, we can't tell them yet.
Oh, true. Sorry.
We gotta wait until we're done doing our taste test here, which
That's
we
true.
really shouldn't have poured a whole can in here because then we got to
No.
come up with fill time and all that stuff.
We need more battery on that camera.
Yeah, because it kind of killed our whole momentum. We were going pretty good.
It was a good.
I'm sure they're gonna get about 5 minutes into this podcast. Like, I'll skip to the end and find out who won.
A lot of people like
No,
Max.
most people don't give a fuck
Well,
about giveaways anyway.
I
They don't
mean-
expect to win.
Well, like 7 people jumped on and subscribed. And everything. There's a few people that subscribed that didn't do the rules, so I'm not sure who subscribed and who didn't. But I started out at like 30 subscribers, now I'm at 40, so 10 people at least.
Yeah. But not only that.
Only 7 people subscribed and actually, shared a screenshot that they actually did it. So I don't know who else did it. But
So
there's 10
Fucking
anyways.
someone subscribes, so someone's gonna win. That's pretty much how.
But we're gonna try to do
They
this.
really don't
We're
even
gonna try to
need
do
to
this
tune in.
weekly, right, Blade?
as well as we can.
Weekly. We're gonna do this as well as we can weekly. We're gonna try to come up with more. We're gonna get guests on. I think next week I'm gonna try to talk Eric into doing it. I thought I had him, but he's kind of busy tonight. If you're a driver in our area and you want to be on here, I guess just let me know.
Yeah.
We'll come up with questions to ask you, or we'll just have a good time doing it.
Yeah. I mean,
I'm not going to guarantee that they're all going to be this long of a podcast because we just kind of started talking and we've been having a good time.
free-ish beer.
If you want to be a guest, that's fine with me because that means I don't have to show up.
There you go.
Ooh.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. I have chosen the new drink, the Potosi Varsity Blackberry Vodka Seltzer. To see how it tastes, we're going to 50-50 this one because it's been taking far too long for our past drinks here. It's been quite rough.
Very rough.
It's been a couple lack of battery accidents, so I don't know how to 50-50 it, so we're going to kind of guess at it.
Just pour
Just
half
eyeball
it. And are you just going to try to equal part it that way?
Yep.
No, you got a lot more to go.
Oh, wait, that's
looks like Blake gets
that's
more.
actually pretty close. He's more than me,
Blake gets a little more.
Salute.
He gets an extra 50 mil.
but all right, Blake, right?
And this is a 12 fluid ounce, 4.5 alcohol per volume.
All right.
Let's see how it tastes. Blackberry Vodka Seltzer. Chills.
Chills. Tastes like black velvet to me.
Yeah, pretty close. I'm just kidding. That doesn't taste bad. It's pretty fruity.
It's
It's basically the same as the orange one, only
it's a
more
smooth-
blackberry.
Yeah, just like the last one. It's as smooth as a 7-Up Sprite, but it has the hint of alcohol and blackberry.
So I want to take this time. What do you think next year? You're going to be involved? What are you going to do?
I'm going to do my best to start recording your videos.
Recording videos, get a little bit better quality for the
And now that
for the YouTube style side of it, right?
and now that I figured out your recording mic over there.
The other mic that we randomly got by accident.
Yep. Now that I figured that all out, I'm going to see how that works.
Max, what are you going to do next year? You're going to be part of it? You're going to show up, or
I'll probably show up at least as much as I did this past season.
so like 3 or 4 times?
Maybe.
Maybe.
Depends on how fucking hot
That's true. It was pretty hot last
it is.
year.
If it's like 110 degrees and 110%
Not as bad
humidity,
as-
then I'm not so.
Not as bad as the
Yeah.
previous year. The previous year when I won my feature in Dubuque, it was pretty hot.
Yeah, I didn't show up to many races then either.
No, you were going to show up to the last one, but you thought I was going to be too hungover to race, and apparently I wasn't.
Yeah, we didn't think that you were going to be racing
Why? What happened?
because you were at our house drinking.
Until how long? What time did I go home?
5.
Yeah, I was
Five?
going to say about
I went to bed at 4:56.
Yeah. Blake gave me a ride home.
Yep. Of course.
Well, to my parents' house, which is just down the road from Max's parents' house. And then what happened? You guys didn't come out.
Somehow raced.
Yeah, and I finished second place.
I went to bed at. I wasn't asleep until after 5, and
I was still up.
we were hammered.
When did
And I
you-
woke up that morning feeling like shit.
And when did you leave to go to race?
We went to race, so racing starts at like 5 down there.
PM or AM?
So we probably got down there at 3:30, 4 o'clock, somewhere. Maybe a little later.
You got like 6 hours of sleep at best.
I didn't. I know. I was well before noon when I woke up.
Yeah. So you got even less than that.
yeah, you got
You got
about 4 hours of
You
sleep.
slept a couple hours.
So that was a week after I'd won. It was the last summer's last blast for Johnny Trash. We hung out, partied all night long, and then they all said, "Oh yeah, we're gonna be at your race the next day." And well, to be fair, as long as we were drinking, I was pretty drunk. I don't drink very often
I
anymore.
wasn't even conscious by the time that you left.
Yeah.
And I knew how drunk I was.
Max went to
That's why I
sleep.
went to bed
Max
so
went to sleep probably an hour before Blade and I did. Blade took me home.
I didn't even know you stayed that long.
Yeah, we
I
were
thought
there.
you guys were gone within 10 minutes.
Nah, we stole all your
So I didn't
popcorn.
see it.
No, we were there for a while.
We stole all your
We ate
popcorn.
popcorn out of the popcorn machine. And, yeah, it was a good night.
Yeah, it was pretty fun.
My goal, or my plans for next year is obviously I want to get that hobby stock going. We've owned it for 2 years, haven't touched it. Well, we have. We got it pretty close worked on. Max and I worked on it for a while. Now that we have a motor, I want to really get that in there. We got
You can actually,
We got a transmission that needs to be
you
installed.
actually have a chance to be able to get it finished and run
Yeah.
for real.
Obviously, I got to pull it up to mom and dad's house. It's got to get painted. It's got to get all that stuff
And that's a
done.
new car, right?
That's the new car, the hobby stock.
Yeah, the hobby stock's gonna be awesome.
So Blade doesn't come around a whole lot. He doesn't necessarily know what a hobby stock is and
Not too
sport
much.
mod is.
Yeah.
So the hobby stock is like an 80s Monte Carlo is what that is.
Still don't know what that is.
Still don't know what that is.
Front engine, rear wheel drive, V8, carburetor,
yeah.
distributor, no computerized bullshit.
Perfect.
A
Basically all
real
that stuff.
car, basically.
Yeah. So NASCAR run Monte Carlos in that era. Somewhere
In the
there.
80s.
In the 80s, 90s. Well, before they went to Lumina, it was all Monte Carlo. So
Yeah, the Lumina was the Monte Carlo replacement, basically.
yeah, and then the Monte Carlo came back, and
Well, the Monte Carlo was a Lumina when it came back,
then they changed to them like my Monte Carlo style.
which was a two-door Impala, basically.
Yeah, but with cooler front end though. It was a cooler front end.
But it was a two-door Impala.
Yeah, but it had shark base on the front. It was pretty cool.
5th gen Monte Carlo is a two-door Impala.
Yeah, it
6th
was
gen is as well.
literally built off the same chassis. What do you think, Blade?
Trying to remember.
I don't remember. What are you trying to remember?
About the money.
We kind of trailed off here. I'm sure we're going to lose about half the crowd here. The only people hanging around are the people who signed up for the giveaway.
That's the perfect part about it.
We have one more flavor of these to go. We got the blackberry now. We got what, the pineapple to go? Or
Pineapple or cherry?
cherry or pineapple? Actually, we didn't do the cherry.
There wasn't.
We actually technically have two, but I think we're going to go with just one more.
Yeah, we're about at our wits' end here.
Running out of things to say.
We're close to the giveaway.
Obviously,
Don't give up yet.
obviously, next week we have plans. Here's our plans for next week. I forgot about this. So next week we're going to do this little game show kind of thing. It's a deal or no deal kind of deal. It's racing deal or no deal, quote unquote. I didn't touch them. We're going to watch some videos of people getting to racing deals or intentional wrecks on the racetrack and deciding whether we think it is an intentional wreck or just a racing deal.
Yep.
Obviously, we all know the guy who usually wrecks somebody on purpose goes, I didn't touch him.
Don't know what you're talking about.
Don't know what you're talking about. I didn't touch him.
Exactly.
Mr. Checkman, don't disqualify me.
I barely felt the bump.
I barely felt the bump. But yeah, that's what we're planning to do next week. And then there's going to be a caption this kind of thing. That's kind of the same deal. We're going to watch a video and add some, like, just talk over it. Add captions to it. Basically reacting to videos. We're going to do a Q&A, so if you got any questions, send them on through to the comments. We'll do our best to answer them next week. And I want to get a guest on here. I'm going to try to secure him right after this, because I think I can talk to him after this episode. I talk to him quite often.
Yeah, and if you want to get on in, send us
Yeah,
a
if you
holler.
want to be a guest and you race a basically Dubuque, Lafayette County Speedway, you know who I am. Just get a hold of me. We're looking to have some fun here, so just let me
Give us a
know.
holler. Yeah.
Give us a holler. We're gonna do the giveaway here soon. We're just gonna do a little bit of half and half on these little flavors here. Give her down.
Yeah. And then we'll get right to the giveaway.
Something I kind of forgot.
The getaway car. We gotta get in the getaway. Hey, I'm the driver.
Yeah.
The car's still in the trailer though.
Just riding the bed of my truck.
So something I forgot to do here. What do you rate this drink? We kind of stopped doing that after the first one.
Actually, this
It's
one's
alcohol.
this one is just like the last one. Well, not the beer.
Not the beer. The one before that.
What did I give the beer?
I don't know.
I don't think I did.
No, we didn't do it. That's the thing.
All right, so let's.
So the real American beer, which is Hulk Hogan's beer,
Yeah, so as the beer rating goes, I give it as a beer at 4.5.
So here's the thing. he doesn't drink beer, so he's
At
not
all.
really going to give it a
I
rating.
hate Bush, Bud,
I-
Corona, New Glarus.
I didn't
hate all
really
of
have
it.
an issue with it. I'm going to mark it right at like a 6. I mean, it's just about the same thing as drinking on a
Yeah,
Busch
and
Light.
as a beer drinker, he gives it a 6, and I give it a 4.
I'm gonna give this a 10 out of 10.
And he's wild over
That
there.
guy
so.
is just to the moon and back. All right, so what do you give this one?
I can't see the moon right now.
So this one, as a just casual drink, solid 7.
I give it a 7 too.
Yeah.
The last one was just on the beer spectrum though,
Exactly.
so I want to give like different scores. That's a 7 on a beer scale or 6 on a beer scale.
For
This
a
is
beer scale, 1 out of 5, I'd give it a 4.
this is a 7 on the drink scale.
Yep. As a beer scale, the All-American beer was a 4 out of 5.
What? You liked it? No, we're going on a 10. Remember?
But it's a beer scale.
He can
So he's changing the rules.
Not changing
he
the
can
rules.
be Ebert. He can
All
have a 5-star.
That's fine. 4
Yeah,
out
he
of
can be
5 is so 4 out of 5 is a 9 out of 10. So it's not that big a deal.
I'd say a 7 if
7.
we were going off the 10 scale.
Which is where we were before. So,
For a beer,
so anyway,
it's not bad.
so this is basically tastes like a soda, your average soda. It just
Yeah.
got a little blackberry flavor to it.
No, it has an alcohol flavor to it.
Oh yeah.
That's it.
Well, it's blackberry instead of orange on the last one.
Kind
Well,
of.
I think we're gonna go with the. I want to go with the pineapple one on the next one. I had a little sip of it earlier because we had a can break earlier.
Explode on an engine.
Exploded. Blade screwed up.
That wasn't engine block. That was something.
No, it was so
Okay,
bad.
on the cylinder
We had to
There's a
school.
difference, okay?
We had to school Blade up on what.
One is iron, one is aluminium.
Yeah, but it's fine. Blade gets it now.
Well, on a neon net.
We know. We know now. Blade knows.
Mhm.
So we're gonna get that queued up, ready and go. Blade's gonna get up and run after that last one, and we'll get kind of our final comments in here.
And we'll get to
then
the giveaways.
We're gonna do the giveaway after 2 drinks. So basically, just bring both cans back. We'll do like a little bit of each, and we'll finish the rest off camera. How's that sound?
I like the sound of
You like
that.
some of that?
Until next time, ladies and folks.
Oh, what? What
We have 3 choices. We are running out tonight, and we found a little bit quicker than we thought we would. Tonight we have pineapple, cherry, RC drinks from Potosi, of course. Not too bad. The previous ones have been
6 and 7s, right?
Yeah, they've been past the 5s on the.
Pretty high on the scale.
Above
However,
average.
however, we have a new one today. It's called the Hoop Tea
Hope Tea.
Spiked Iced Tea Original. Contains
Pretty retro looking.
5% alcohol volume.
5.
It's 16 fluid ounces,
Beer is
and we're going to be splitting this one just like the previous one. And we're going to see how this one goes. How are you thought so far? On this one? I don't know if you've had this one yet.
I haven't had that one. These are all random ones I grabbed at Quick Trip.
Perfect.
That's the idea.
To be honest, the varsities came in a package. I didn't really expect it to last this long. Yeah, we've been on this far. I kind of like. I only grabbed the Hoop Tea because it looked kind of retro looking, and
Yes.
you
Spilled that on an iPad.
spilled that on my iPad. Yeah, that's what you really want
They're
to
water
see.
resistant for a reason.
You know what you really need in an iPad that makes it really go above and beyond? It's when somebody spills an alcoholic beverage on it. We have blue rags right
They're
there.
explicitly designed to be resistant to
God,
ethanol.
yeah. They're meant to swim.
I was going to say,
I wouldn't dunk an iPad in the water.
No.
I wouldn't do that, but
I use mine for drawing. So, again, like earlier I said, I draw a lot of race cars, logos, and whatnot. If you really want something like that, you can get a hold of me. I can try. I'll be 100% honest with you, straightforward. I work with BA hand in hand, so BA Racing Photography, best racing photographer that I know. Granted, that's the only one I have the year-round pass, or the full season pass to. So,
all right,
so give this a go. This is the hard tea. They're called Hoop Tea.
Jules.
How's your tea? You like your tea? We gotta get Max's reaction to the tea.
it's Tastes like black velvet
Yeah, that's a pretty good tea then,
with a
right?
little bit of Canada Dry in
A
it.
good tea then, right?
Yeah, basically.
Honestly, this tastes like Arnold Palmer, half and half.
This tastes like what's that soda can they sell? That's cheap.
Oh,
Like Blitz or something.
what?
I don't know. It tastes really good.
I haven't drank soda in 12 years.
This ain't really soda, though. This is the tea they sell in cans.
I honestly think this tastes very similar to the half and half Arnold Palmer.
This tastes similar to Arizona tea.
Yeah, it's the same
Yeah.
thing, basically.
And honestly, I can't tell any alcohol content
No, you could probably drink about 10 of those and you
easily.
pretty messed up. Not
If
even
it has
really.
less than 30%, I don't even taste it.
Yeah, and this has
So, yeah,
5%,
5%.
which is most.
Which is more than a beer, but
I can't taste alcohol in mine.
so that's the problem here. You could probably drink a lot more of these and not even realize it. I
Cup is
think.
basically.
Well, what do you think? Scale 1 to 10.
This one's pretty good. I'm gonna give it a 7.
7? I'm gonna call it an 8 just because you said 7. I want to go above and beyond. I really think that it tastes like a regular tea. I could probably drink
Chill out.
That's
a
what
couple
I'm
of
saying.
them.
Chill.
It tastes like a regular tea. It has no alcohol.
It does not taste like you're drinking. It tastes like,
Yep.
hey, it's warm outside. I'm gonna cool down.
Wait,
I
did we
need
see those fucking notes that they gave us?
Yeah, it's literally like you grab.
And
the tea
sponsored by. I'm just
What are we
kidding.
supposed to say about it?
Exactly.
We're not sponsored by any of these drinks. We're just trying them out. Just so you know.
Unless if you want to sponsor.
You want to sponsor us? Get a hold of us. We have,
Ben will
Like I
will show
said-
for you.
like I said, I have plenty of spaces open on my race car. I've got 2 full cars to sponsor here. So you want to sponsor us? Just let me know in the comments or on Facebook, Jonathan Walton or Wally's Place Performance. It might be under WP Performance on Facebook. It'll be the same logo as our YouTube channel, so it might be easy to find. But hey, let us know.
And if you have any suggestions for more drinks to try, give us a shout.
For sure. Questions, anything like that, we're going to try our best to answer them. I'm not going to say we're going to be awesome at it, but, you know, if you got questions about, races I've been a part of, which you probably don't because I'm a 4-cylinder driver.
Yeah, and pretty much everything you've ever known is explained in the videos. So
Basically. Well, there's a lot more stories involved. Obviously, I'm not going to tell you everything in the first episode because, well, then we have one episode and we'll be done.
exactly.
So, like I said, I plan on having guests on here. I plan on doing a few more things. This is what we're waiting for, though. We still have 2 more flavors of varsity. And then we get down to the nitty gritty. We got 7 names in here. 7 names that subscribe to our channel and made sure we know that we subscribe them by adding a screenshot of that on Facebook on
I
the
didn't subscribe
post.
to you.
I know you didn't. Max hurt my heart.
I only
hurt my
subscribe
heart.
to channels I watch.
Wow. Wow.
I'm subscribed.
You're subscribed? If you weren't before, you are now, though.
No, I've been.
Hey, look at that. Long life subscriber. See, we're joining here. He's got his, 3-month chip, right?
No, I subscribed when you were triple wide when you posted that video.
So like a year chip.
2 or 3, yeah.
2 or 3 year chip. This guy has gone above and beyond. He might be the leader of the next meeting we
I
have.
watched one of your videos once.
One time and once.
Well, I mean, I've
What-
seen a bunch of them, but
You know
you
what?
show me mostly. Like, you
What-
show me them
What
usually,
video did
so,
you
like,
watch? What video did
it
you
was
watch?
one of your races. I don't fucking know. You sent me a link, so I watched it.
All right then. That's safe, I guess. At least you watch.
I mean,
You sent me it, so I watched it.
the amount of videos you
But
show
you
us
usually
makes you
show me it,
everything.
in person, so, just the recording on your
Yeah, usually
camera.
Max is there. This last year he's been a little not there, but
I mean,
This year, though, I plan to be there.
well, he's gonna be there. You're gonna be there.
I'll try to be, but if it's, really hot or humid or something, then, you know.
Both races that I won were 100 degrees outside.
Of course they were.
Dubuque, there was 13 people in the stands. Darlington, there was 70 people in the stands or more because
When do you,
that was actually a special race. So.
Yeah. When do you normally race at Dubuque?
Dubuque, I usually race Sundays. This year with the hobby stock, I plan on being there. Hopefully weekly. It depends on if I screw up and run the car. I really don't want to, but
You never know.
Like I said, I'm probably going to run in the back. Whether I
run in last, or
I'm gonna
make it trying to run above last.
I'm gonna
and
try.
not run it all.
if anybody knows me,
You know.
I'm going to give it all I can.
As he
Whether
always does.
or not I end up ahead or not, that's
And is the hobby stock going to be a Dubuque specific, or is it going to work?
so. For the first year, it's going to be in Down and Dubuque because I feel there's more room. If I spin out, I'm not going to slam it in the wall. Now, I plan on bringing it to Darlington. I want to give one really good year in the 4-cylinder at Darlington because
You want a track championship.
I want a track championship.
You want to win a
How-
season at least once.
That's
in that
2
thing
years,
before
though.
you switch from 4 to.
That's
to the
2
good cars.
years. That's 2 years that we've been one race from the championship.
Yeah.
And I really
You just need this next season's all you got to do. You just got to win. You can finally give up on 4 cylinders and drive good cars.
give up. He says,
I don't think you ever.
"I'll never give up. I'm going to be that weird
Well,
guy."
No,
Listen,
I don't mean give up. I just mean stop driving,
Move
you
on.
know,
the
junk
neon.
and start driving real cars.
So the thing about me is I'm going to hoard my race cars. I'm going to be that old guy who has a barn that has, oh yeah, that was my first race car. That's my second race
right
car.
now it's parked in my backyard.
Yeah, he's got the first race car in the backyard. I got the second one in my trailer. And the third one down at Eric's house. The fourth one is still in somebody else's trailer, which nobody really knows about that one. But maybe you will.
It'll
Maybe
be
you'll
up
see it.
either at my place
Either-
or something.
Either A, you'll see it, or B, it'll get sold before it ever gets on camera.
I have some space next to my house if you need the storage.
That really sounds fun.
See, you don't have any space left.
Yeah, you lied to me.
Outside, I do.
Were you parking it in your trailer?
No, outside.
It'll
Outside.
fit in the trailer.
They'll fit in the forest pretty well.
It'll fit in the woods real well.
My luck, I'll park it.
Just don't park it in the fire pit.
Just don't park it anywhere near slug.
My luck,
Yeah,
I'll
that's it.
park it and it'll end up in a sinkhole. In the mine shaft.
I'm surprised I haven't fallen into a mine shaft yet.
Well,
It's
yeah.
one of my jobs.
I mean, there was a horse that fell in there at one point. You know about that?
Yeah, good
I
old
heard about
Cooper.
Yeah, that poor horse. That was a good horse.
Yeah, Slug found her up by Harp. Remember him, right?
Oh, good old Harvey, yep.
He's gone.
Yep.
But yeah,
He was God, he said.
he was wild.
He had a skull on his mantle and said he was God.
He was a wild man.
Oh, yeah.
But right past his property line, there was a sinkhole, and the Cooper just fell right in that sucker.
I remember that, yeah. Well, we're going to take a break.
After
Go.
these moments,
After these moments, we're going to
And these messages
Hey!
from our sponsors.
take
We don't
a,
have any sponsors.
as a big boy would say, we're going to take a pause for the cause. We'll see you after this.
Flippy.
Right there. Welcome back.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have a new flavor here. We have Varsity Dosi Pineapple Vodka Seltzer. We'll try this one out. We've been a couple through already. Quite toward the last drink here.
What's coming next, Blade? Tell them what's next.
Next past that would be the good old Cherry Lime Vodka Seltzer. We have 2 on the agenda here, and then we give away like that. So,
It's a giveaway. Right here, I have 7 chips on hand, numbered.
yes, we'll try the vodka first, and pineapple flavor, and then we'll go on to cherry, and then we'll be right along with the giveaway.
Go, 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 go. Oh boy.
Got it about it even.
Just have more sample.
That is the pineapple.
Got your
flavor.
glass ready, sir?
Chills.
I have my drink. Jills. Yes. Tastes very distinctly like
Cherry.
black velvet.
Oh, cherry.
Pineapple.
Tastes like black velvet.
What is this, pineapple?
Pineapple.
Oh, I thought you said cherry.
No,
Yeah, it clearly tastes
cherry
like...
is the next.
Well, it's kind of like half of pina colada. We're just missing the coconut part.
Coconut?
Yeah.
I like this one. This one is a 6.
A 6?
6. It's the lowest of them all so far.
So, of the varsities, we got a 6, a 7.
6.5. That was the black cherry.
We haven't done a black cherry.
Yes, we have.
Oh, yeah. Anyway.
Maybe.
You
I don't fucking remember.
You hit the camera with it.
Is that the one you hit the camera with?
I don't think so.
I don't think you hit the camera with anything.
I think we have a blackberry, we have a cherry, we have a pineapple, and then we have an orange.
You did the orange.
I can't remember. What's the last one we did is
Blackberry. Blackberry. Hey, Hoosier.
So anyways,
I agree with Blade. It's pretty high up on the
so what's your
spectrum.
rating so far?
It basically tastes like a soda, so I'm gonna say like what exactly the same thing as you.
About a 5 to 6.
Not quite in the higher 10 area because we could still get better, but
It's not the best.
give us some suggestions because if you have anything that's good,
Yeah, we'd love to try anything you can recommend. I mean, we've been trying random stuff from the local grocery store. So
I'll drink any black velvet.
any whiskey.
As
or
long as
Whiskey?
it's I'll drink any whiskey as long as it's black velvet.
Max is a whiskey only kind of guy. So if you got whiskey for him, he'll try it.
Yeah.
As long as it's black velvet.
Or anything in your
Or let's say it this way: black velvet.
As long as it's Canadian whiskey.
Canadian whiskey is all right for him.
Until then, cheers.
Hey,
Anything wrong.
hey.
A
Just going fast and turning laps, just trying to move forward.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are at the final drinking contest.
Flavor.
Yeah, flavor being. We
It's
have
not
the
a drinking
varsity.
contest. It's just
We're just random drinking here.
Honestly, if it was a contest, I'd have already lost.
What? No way. What?
I
No way.
We are at the Potosi Varsity Cherry Lime Vodka Seltzer.
This is the last one we got.
Quite like the others, it is cherry and base. It is a 12 fluid ounce, 4.5 alcohol content, and we're going to try it out. Let's see what we got.
The last one we got, and then we're doing, hey, look what we got here. After that.
Everyone seems to be clear so far.
Well, yeah. It's kind of just a seltzer thing, man.
Yeah.
Hey.
And so
Wait for it. Wait for it.
For the test.
chills.
Chills.
Tastes like black velvet.
You know what?
Everything tastes like black velvet to me.
You know, that's pretty odd. Not even like a hint of cherry in that one.
No, this one has actually a good cherry.
You know what?
Yeah,
This
smells
kind of,
and tastes like black velvet.
you know, this kind of tastes like
A little
part
bit of
of
Canada
old fashioned. It really does. All I taste is that first old fashioned now.
It has a nice.
That's just it's the only thing you remember tasting.
No, it's because the cherries are included in old fashioned. Bar cherries. Alright. So we're gonna drink this bad boy up. You got anything to say?
So
Our first episode, you know, we were pretty worried about this because you don't talk in front of cameras. You don't talk in front of. You're kind of iffy.
Oh.
I don't really know. My talking in front of cameras consists of like 7 seconds. Like, hey guys, how's it going? I'll update you later and move on. What about you?
So far, I mean, it's been pretty good for the first time speaking in front of
I'm
cameras.
from a camera.
Not bad.
You're in front of the camera. Max is gonna have a panic attack now.
Yeah.
But so far, as the flavor goes, what do you give it? I've always given my rating first. What do you think, as you finished it first?
Like you said, you give your rating first. I want to hear what you guys say.
I can't do it this time. This is your going.
Well, I'm gonna say it's pretty even. I'm gonna say a 7 right there because you can clearly taste the cherry, and it's mostly like a soda cherry kind of deal.
I hear you.
But like I said, it's kind of like for some reason I taste that old fashioned. I don't know why. Probably because when we go to the bar, they put grenadine and some of them have cherries in them. I don't know.
No, I definitely understand that. It's I can definitely taste the cherry. No bourbon in it. It's a nice, straight, smooth cherry flavor. I can kind of taste the alcohol in it, but I'm gonna give it a nice 6.5.
6.5.
Yeah.
You went down a little bit there. The last few varsities are pretty high up.
7 is kind of good, but the 6.5 I gave it because it was kind of
You don't like cherry.
I like cherry, and it wasn't really a very good cherry.
It wasn't a good cherry, he says. All right. Apparently, they got to work closer towards their cherries. You like bar cherry flavor, or what are you looking for cherry?
Natural flavor.
Like real cherries or
Synthetic.
bar flavor, or what? What's going
I'm
on?
not sure.
You know those syrupy bar cherries you get?
Maraschinos.
Yeah,
Which
like
are
those?
basically like 95% sugar.
Yeah. That's
not
what you're
real
looking
cherries.
for? Or you're looking for real cherry?
I'm a good sugar cherry guy.
So a fake cherry?
yeah, fake.
Well, not really fake, but they're.
Grenadine.
they're soaked in-
Maraschinos.
yeah. I don't blame you there.
What? It is a good. It's past 5. That's a good passing grade.
You know what, Blade? You made it.
Mhm.
You know, granted, we lost about 3/4 of this podcast.
We lost about 40 minutes.
Now I think I'm thinking about taking this audio file and putting it all towards my Spotify account, and you can also find it on there if I decide to. I will let you know that on Facebook though, because I also have that.
And if you don't see this part, then that's because it got cut. And we're not actually going to do anything with Spotify.
Or the phone died again.
Or the phone died, yeah.
The phone is good. I made sure this time.
So Blade says once he gets done with his drink. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to give her the old magic shake. This is the giveaway here. And like I said, we decided to do 2 giveaways instead of 1.
And this is 40 minutes past what we've had recorded, so...
So like I said, I'm going to give this the old magic shake. He's going to give it the old twirly twirl mix. And then he's going to grab a number out of the bag. And that will be the winner.
Exactly.
Now, I do have the winners on one of the iPads. The iPads, hopefully I got them saved.
I believe it was that one.
But we will get that figured out for you and let you know. Blake, you going to finish your drink? Got anything else to say before we move on to the giveaways?
It's been a good podcast so far. I've quite enjoyed myself, and the alcoholic suggestions have been pretty good so far. If you have any more suggestions, please let us know. And I'll be glad to give you a little taste test.
You coming back next week?
Of course.
You coming back next week?
I don't know.
I'm going to give it
Depends on
old,
if I have any whiskey left.
I'm gonna give it the old college try. I might even buy Max some whiskey just to get him back.
Yeah. If you,
Or just remember to bring the whiskey you
Yeah, I
already
got this much left.
There's a little bit left in there.
And it's not
I can
quite, it's probably closer to that
Well, you got a fresh bottle on top of that.
Oh, I only have one left because you drank the other one.
Did I?
Yeah.
yeah.
You made that comment last time you were up. You drank the other
You
one.
remember? Never mind.
I did finish. You're right.
Yeah.
I don't fucking know that.
So anyway,
It's been a while. It's been a couple of
like
weeks.
I said about 2 segments ago before the phone died, I plan on having some guests on here. Number 1, I can't tell you who it is because he could say no or yes. Excuse me for that, by the way.
But if he says yes, his name is Eric Bow.
Max says Eric.
Better show up, Eric.
Who do you think it is?
I'm pretty sure it's Eric.
You think it's Eric? I don't know yet.
I'm pretty sure he's the only option you have.
I'm gonna have to spin the wheel on this one to find out if it really is Eric.
The wheel has 2 names on it.
Eric and Eric.
Yeah.
So we will let you know. So Blade is gonna finish his drink. We'll come right back. When we come back, we are doing the giveaway. 100% sure. Now I know you waited this long. I apologize for that. We did have technical difficulties.
There was some battery loss, so
He killed the battery.
You also lost some brain cells.
Yeah, he lost some brain cells. He did
there was a lot of Jack involved. So
whoa.
A lot of Jack.
Hey,
Jack
calm
Daniels
down.
and Apple is what he's saying.
Yeah.
He made that mistake.
A lot of jacking off.
Yeah. So until next time, ladies and gentlemen.
We'll give it a couple minutes. He'll finish his drink. We'll come back and we're gonna do the giveaway.
And then we'll see what we get. Have this weird drink of the Sunny D vodka seltzer. Johnny and I are going to split today. Back says a quite succulent black velvet today, so he won't be joining us.
This is clearly the end of the episode.
This is the end of the episode. We will be helping out with the giveaway, and we'll see what we got today.
But we're still gonna split this drink. This was not really on the docket. Blade just felt like grabbing another one on the fridge, so.
This is a random thing out of the koozie on the floor, so hopefully this
The koozie
will
on the floor?
Yeah.
koozie on the floor. And it's still white. It's a different
Alright.
brand, so.
Sender, bud. What? No way.
You gave yourself more of it, Blade.
And this is a 355 milliliter, 12 fluid ounce, and
Sure does. Dude.
4.5
Yeah.
alcohol per volume. Not too bad. Pretty much everything we've done so far.
Basically watered down.
Alright, we're going to take this drink.
Chills.
And then we're going to do the review on the winner.
And the giveaway right away. Nice.
Pretty good stuff.
Not bad.
Kind of tastes like
We didn't even taste it.
black velvet.
It tastes exactly
Yeah, it's
like
pretty close to black velvet.
it tastes exactly like orange juice and vodka to me.
Vodka? No, it kind of tastes like whiskey to me.
Whiskey's
Alright,
pretty close.
while you're
All right.
drinking that, you want me to get her
Yeah,
going?
let's give her a good old shake for the.
Alright, so we're
first
going to
giveaway.
tighten this bad boy down.
Shake her up a bit.
Shake her up a little bit. If the bag will cooperate, it's kind of like. There we go. Give me a little sound there. We're gonna have Max.
Gonna deafen everyone. With
Max
that
got
microphone right next to it.
Max got to stir. Don't grab one. You got it. Max. No, don't grab.
Oh, but I like to grab it. I like to grope it, you know. All right, there you go.
All right. Who's the winner?
Whoever
You
gets
ready?
my number gets this good old prize.
You
here on
ready?
the left.
Ready? Oh.
Sneaky like that.
Oh. Who's the winner?
Let's see.
Let's see who is the winner of week one giveaway.
Good old number 7.
7 is that's Matt Bennett.
Matt Bennett.
Matt Bennett is giveaway number 1 winner. Now we didn't
on the list.
Yeah, he is. He's at number 7.
Oh yeah, he is.
Yeah. So we're gonna give away the second one. We'll let you know what the winner gets right after this. Though we're only doing 2 winners, right, bud? 2 winners.
Exactly.
2 winners.
Thought we were doing 3.
You're 3. I don't care.
Third might be a prize.
I'm pretty sure.
I don't
you said
care.
only
All right.
two. I think you only said 1 at the beginning.
Stir it up. Oh yeah. Get a real good stir in there. Whoa. Easy killer.
Oh boy.
Oh, drum roll.
4.
A 4, which would be Summer Shummerhorn gets the second prize.
Congratulations, Shummer.
You want to lay her down there sideways? We'll get that third one. Max says we're going to do 3.
I don't say.
Now, I can do 3. I can do 3.
We can do 3.
I
Now,
was just joking when I said
that leaves, so we have a 6, 5, 3, 2, 1.
I was gonna win that.
Blade's going to pick it out.
Shake it up. 2 more seconds.
Who's the winner? Number 3 is number 6.
Number 6.
Jason Heffley gets the 6th one. Winners are 7, 4, and 6. So, number 1 winner is Matt Bennett. Number 2 winner is Summer Shummerhorn. And number 6 winner is Jason Heffley. Number 1 winner is, let's see what we got for number 1 winner.
Number 7.
You got the box for number 1. Matt Bennett wins.
A good old cup, sticker, and koozie.
The cup. Well, that's the wrong cup.
No,
It's not a cup. It's a glass.
It's
Drinking glass. Not
So,
cup.
we got this koozie. It has a show logo on it. There's a backup logo on it. a sticker, and the cup. This is not the right cup, but you will get a cup.
It's in there.
It's in there.
The Cup Series.
All right, what does number 2 winner get?
A good old number 2 winner gets a good old koozie and sticker.
Summer Schermerhorn gets a koozie and a sticker. Yeah. Let's make this a sticker. What's the last one get?
Last one gets a good old sticker of the Beers and Gears official podcast.
Podcast? Might even throw a koozie in there just for the heck of it, right?
Sure. If you want a podcast, give us a call.
Yeah.
We'll give you a good old koozie.
The last 2 winners might just get a koozie and sticker.
Your drink's not empty, Blade.
Yeah, Blake, you're not even finished here. I finished mine in like what, 2 seconds?
I didn't even see it get filled, so it was pretty damn fast.
I chugged it down pretty quick.
It's pretty cold.
Pretty cold?
Pretty cold.
So in closing, we do plan on doing this weekly episode. Blade will be here. Max will probably be here, whether he says he isn't or not. Next week, we can plan on getting somebody who is a guest who may or may not be named Eric, whether we can decide or get him to
Pretty sure
agree.
he's the only option we have.
He's the only option that we're trying to get right
That's
away.
not us.
We're trying to get him right away. But he may or may not agree. Now,
Pretty
Blade,
sure he'll say.
Blade, you're 100% coming back, right?
Of course.
Excuse me, they're more important. Hang on.
And if you want to include yourself in this podcast,
I might be around now.
Yeah, Max will be here, sure.
Probably.
So, like I said, we're gonna have a Q&A session. So if you got questions, just send them on in either in comments or on Facebook. Also, if you got a drink suggestion, put it in the comments, or also, like I said, on Facebook, either on my Facebook.
Recommend Black Velvet, and I'll be back.
Max will drink Black Velvet. But like I said, on Facebook, we are Wally's Place Performance on Facebook, or WP Performance. I'm not sure which one it is again. I will re-up it on that. YouTube, as always, right here. You'll see it here. Blade will be back.
I'm Blade. I'll see you next time.
Max will see you next time.
I know, maybe.
Max will see you next time. I will see you next time. Hopefully we get a little bit more
I missed.
just a bit outside.
One.
Jesus! Dale! Stop it!
What are you doing over back here, Dale?
That's about the 3rd or 4th time he's scared the crap out of me.
And we'll see you next time.
See you next time on Beers and Gears.
You gotta be faster, you're the worst. You gotta be faster, you're gonna get your ass passed. I just wanna race my race.